Check. Testing. Any better? And I'm back. Back. All right, we're back, I think. Boom. Goes the dynamite. All right, as I was saying, your Denver Broncos back in the driver's seat tonight. A game that we hope they don't just like win. They need to come out and absolutely dominate. I'm not worried about this for a number of reasons. I think one of the biggest reasons is that in Bo Nix's entire career, he has not lost 3 games in a row. We're talking at all with the Broncos, but any other time in his life, it's not about to start now. And the other thing about Sean Payton is he doesn't fall for trap games. Like games that the Broncos historically under Sean Payton have supposed to be the victors in, they come out on top, which I think is just a phenomenal thing. So we know that's going to continue tonight. Absolutely. We know they face a formidable offense without their top quarterback. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, those are some nasty men. But like Zach Kelberman said on Twitter, we don't want to just prevail and squeak one out here. We don't want to just survive. We want to absolutely dominate this game. And I think the Broncos are going to. So I saw all of the true ones are already here. So let me know, where is everybody watching from tonight as we see the Broncos bounce back in the win column? So let me know, where are you watching from? Ooh, Anthem is just going off right now. We are on East Coast time, so the sun's been down for hours where we're at right now. But see, the sun's still up there. It's going to be a beautiful sunset. This is the type of night you do not want a roof on that stadium, man, because that is gorgeous. So we got Vegas, Boise, Tennessee, Oregon, Charlotte, North Carolina, Alberta, Canada in the house, Grand Junction, our mod father, keeping the bots at bay, Jason Lane, our main man. And we got Phoenix, Arizona, Denver. Ooh, sick flyover. My dad's actually in the house right now. He is watching the game in Denver. So if there's any challenges, hopefully he texts me ahead of time what the result of them are. But man, dude, I think you asked me the other night, do I like Thursday night or or Sunday. Like, what's my favorite? There's nothing like Monday Night Football. It is amazing to have Broncos back in prime time and see that like we get the respect of having the A crew. There's been a ton of times where in those doubleheader Monday Night Football games that we get like the C and D crew. I'll never forget that one Monday Night Football when Sergio Dip, no name reporter anyone had ever heard of, interviewed Vance Joseph on the sidelines, and it just was a debacle. And that's a famous soundbite when he was like, and there he is having the time of his life. And it's like, now the Denver Broncos get the A crew here. Oh my goodness. Prestige worldwide. We got Rorschach Raider 24. Dude, just the best, man. He's a huge fan of Graph and hops in on all of our stuff there. And that was a heartbreaking game yesterday against the Bears, man. So I think AFC West is best when we're all competing in it till the end. And man, block field goal. We've been there. Like, you got love. And people understand what you're going through here, man, because we have lost 2 weeks in a row where we have not trailed a single second of the fourth quarter, and there's nothing worse than losing on a special teams there. You don't got ESPN to watch the game. No problem. We will keep you updated on the play-by-play here and tell you everything that's going on. What's my son's name?
Judah.
His name is Judah. But if he was born just a couple years later, I bet I could have talked my wife into naming him Bo. But crazy enough, my nephew, who I went to the Indy game with, his name is Bo. And I think after this year, Bo will probably be the top name for a son born in Denver, because like Broncos are still going to make a deep playoff run. I think yesterday across the NFL just showed you how hard it is to win a road game. And you look at that Chargers game yesterday, the Chargers didn't lead a single second of it against a rookie quarterback, because you got to go to the East Coast and play the Giants. And everyone is forgetting that as they like dog on us for losing 2 road games that we trailed that we were leading the whole fourth quarter. So no, your team doesn't suck. Well, Genty looked good yesterday. All right. Final score prediction. What are you guessing?
Like 24-7.
24-7. I think the Broncos are putting up a lot more than 24, but I like that 7. Like, I think 7 is about it. Sharon, as always, here, 28-9. I like that. 3 field goals. I think we're going to see this bend but don't break defense right here. Oh my goodness. It's late. I was at work at 6:30 Eastern time, and I'm like, how am I going to do this? And now my adrenaline is up. Let's go. Andrew coming from Canada. 42-0. I love it. 30-7, 7-20. Kickoff is returned out to the 31-yard line, and that is where we're going to see the Bengals take the ball. So Jake Browning has had some flashes, certainly did not last week. So let's hope we make him look just like the Vikings did. So here we go. Let's go, Denver defense. Let's go. 1st and 10. Ran 4 minutes off the clock here. Jake Browning taking it he's lined up in the shotgun. He's got T. Higgins at the bottom, Jamar Chase at the top of your screen. And looks like you got a play action pass. First play of the game, no one there, and incomplete. And I can't wait to hear it. The pass is incomplete. Interesting there. We're going to keep an eye on where Pat Surtain goes this game. Is he traveling with Jamar Chase like he's done? Or are we just going to have him shut down an entire half of the field? And we have a flag on the field, and it is a flag against the Broncos, automatic first down. So that is unfortunate. A hold there against Pat Surtain, against Jamar Chase. So that honestly has been a really horrible narrative of these 2 losses, is just how undisciplined and how unfavorable the whistle's been. So a new first down here, only a 5-yard penalty, and he throws it out to Jamar Chase and just stuffed out. Give him millions. His Jaquan McMillian just blows up Jamar Chase for a loss of 2 or 3. So, all right. And that's really their best hope is just to get quick screen game. And if he can blow that up like that, goodness me, that was a sick play. My goodness. Go Broncos. Great to be watching with all y'all. Bulwark, TYR. Love it. Thank you so much, man. Cracking a cold one. I'm going with a black raspberry LaCroix. All right, here it is. Second 11. Snap is good. Cooper, great pressure, and he hits the running back in a little dump off, breaks a tackle. He's going to be short of the sticks. There is a flag on the play. Looks like that could be in the area of offensive holding. Waiting to see what that is. Sean doesn't look that happy, so maybe it's against us. Browning doesn't look happy either, so. Ooh, so we had a legal player down the field, so offensive lineman left early to go block for that little running back screen. So I think you're already starting to see what the Bengals are going to try to do against this. Oh, 3rd and 1. So maybe that was not the call. Maybe I should turn this up a skosh. All right, 3rd and 1. Hey, at some point, you got to draw Jason a picture, okay? Okay, first down. So we are already seeing him move the rock a little bit, but not worried. 2 defensive penalties in the start of this game. Not ideal, but believe we know one of the things this team has done is their red zone defense is unreal. So I think that's going to start here. We got you, Jason. We got you a picture. All right, here we go. Looks like we got Jonah Ellis in now for Cooper. Handoff and nice tackle on the play by Alex Singleton. Couple things to keep note of here is that this Broncos defense is already nasty, and it is going to get nastier knowing that we got Malcolm Roach, who's one of the better run-stuffing defensive tackles in football. This is his last week on IR. He'll be able to return next week, which is huge as we think about stopping the tush push, stopping Saquon Barkley. 2nd and 6 here, and then also Dre Greenlaw at some point before Christmas. That's my Christmas gift. All right, time to start stiffening up there right at the 50-yard line. And we've got a play action pass. He's testing it deep. Ooh, mess around and find out. Throw on Brandon Jones. I thought he was going to pick that. Woo, that was nice. All right, 3rd and 6 is where we want him. This place is about to get lit. So Jamar Chase. So everyone's going to say that Surtain got beat on there, but Surtain is playing chase position there. So he didn't get beat, and he knew he had safety help over top that was played perfectly. So 3rd and 6 here. Let's go. Punt it to us. Turnover here would be sick. Broncos got to run this up, guys. And you got our Benito up top, Cooper on the bottom here. And he's going deep. Ooh, T. Higgins over Riley Moss, and that is just something you do not want to hear, and it sounds very, very, very familiar. Wow, that was a great pass. That's a hard matchup. Like T. Higgins gets paid more than Cortland Sutton does as a wide receiver 2. He'd be a wide receiver 1 on most teams, and again, the thing with Riley Moss is he is always in the right place. It's hard to yeah, that sucks. Okay, 1st and 10 on the 30. They're already in field goal range. And pass over to the tight end. Yep, it's going to be 2nd and 9 here. He did just get mossed, basically. It was a great throw. Higgins is picking up where he left off last time. No, I'm not worried. We're good. Hey, as the mod father says, don't forget to hit that free like button. Smash it if you think the Broncos are going to hold them to a field goal. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1. And you got a handoff. Ugh. Singleton again on the tackle. This is where we got to truly hold them, okay? Yep, in the red zone again. Other good news, when our offense does come out, one of the surprise guys who hopped up on the injury report was seeing Marvin Mims. He's fully suited up and fully participated in pregame walkthrough and is going to be playing today. So we know how he played against the Bengals last year. So we need him. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 8 plays, 54-yard drive, helped by a couple of flags. They try to run on Dondre Tillman and snuff it out, gain a 3. Gain of 2, they're saying. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8. We absolutely need to hold them here. Yeah. Your commentary on ESPN is talking about how good the Broncos red zone defense is, and they are very stout. So here we go. Drops back to pass. T. Higgins catches the ball, but well short. So
Got a third down.
3rd and 2. Gotta stop him here. I'm starting to get nervous. Jay's joint liked. Ooh, all right. Come on, Broncos. 3rd and 2. Man, this is just this is what they want. Just eating up clock here. Bengals defense is nothing scary, and I think they need to play keep away here. So you got Riley Moss again. Redeem yourself here, man. 3rd and 2. Looks for him. Goes for him. And over his head, they're going to have to kick a field goal. So good defense there. I cannot wait for the Riley Moss redemption arc, and I think it's happening in this game. So you're seeing there basically Riley Moss targeted every single play of that drive with 3 targets there to T. Higgins on him for 2 catches, 4th and 2. Interesting narrative on this game for sure is their coaches at the end of their contract year, and with them making the Super Bowl a couple years ago, I think everyone in Cincinnati thought this was a Super Bowl team for a long time. All right, here we go. 26-yard attempt. Snap is good. Hold is good. Through the uprights. And at 9:08 mark, your Broncos are down 3-0 to the Cincinnati Bengals. But we're okay, guys. Bo Nix needs a bounce back game for sure. We got the sun setting in the best city in the whole world right there, guys. Denver, Colorado. Yep, we are color coordinated, rocking. Yeah, what do you all think of these fits? First time the Broncos have ever gone with this new jersey with the blue pants and the blue helmet. I think it looks slick. I was telling my wife that I know everyone loves the throwback, but this might be my favorite uniform. I know I'm definitely in the minority on there, but let me know, what do you guys think of the Broncos rocking these uniforms? I think they look cool. All right, so still no. Obviously, we've not allowed a touchdown on that opening drive, and we take away some of those penalties, and we're in good shape. Seeing here that, as mentioned, we do see Mims up doing warm-ups normally, so that's a great thing. Other huge thing, as opposed to basically the entire Colts game, other than 2 or 3 drives, and that entire Chargers game, is that we have Evan Ingram back, and all the haters again kind of are sleeping on that. Like, Evan Ingram is going to be a huge part of this offense. We just haven't seen it yet, but I think the Bengals give up the most intermediate yards in football. So this is a great thing. A super sticker. I don't even know what a super sticker means. Do I put it on my shirt? What do I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I love it. Do you know what a super sticker is?
Nope.
All right. Well, when am I going to start doing these live streams? I'm doing an excellent job. Thank you. Yeah, it's super fun. It puts me out of my comfort zone a little bit, because if I don't know something, I don't want to seem dumb, but I'm getting more and more confident. I've only been doing YouTube, like, this will be my 2nd full season, so hopefully I just keep adding more and more, because it is super fun to see people who've been with us since the jump and subbed to the channel for a long time and being able to actually interact with them. It's awesome. Speaking of people who've been with the channel for a long time, my main woman, Sharon, just rocking it here with us. This is awesome. This is my huge problem as well, Andrew, that my entire fantasy team, let me read you my fantasy team real quick here. Because if they do well tonight, we're gonna win, and if they don't, I'm in big trouble. So I have Bo Nix, I have RJ Harvey, I have Cortland Sutton, I have Jerry Jeudy because he used to be a Bronco. I got Evan Ingram, and I have Jarrett Stidham on my bench, thankfully. So it's a sticker with a cape. That's awesome. All right, RJ Harvey gets the kickback. And we're gonna decent return. That's an interesting little wrinkle that we'd seen over these past couple weeks. That Mims had been taking those kicks back. They're both back there, but they kind of when the ball's in the air, decide who gets it. So is RJ Harvey taking it because Sean wants him to get more touches, or because Mims he doesn't want hurt? So that's going to be interesting. J.K. Dobbins out there first. And you got Bo lining up in shotgun. Let's start the ball, running the ball here. All right, here we go. Bo Nix under gun. We got Franklin in motion. Handoff, J.K. Oh, yep, handoff, J.K. Dobbins. That patience in the hole was nice. Bengals are saying the ball's out, but the refs are saying it is not. Ooh. Interesting there. Like, it could have just been the personnel package, but okay, Mims is out there now. And a Troy Franklin sighting. Let's get Troy the Rock here. You got Bo in shotgun with, you got no, okay. Bo Nix scrambles, throws on the run, hits Marvin Mims, and the hip looks like no problem for Marvin Mims. Very, very manageable third down here. Should be like a 3rd and 3. Let's go, Bo. Oh, yeah, man. Nothing but love here. 3rd and 2. And Bengals defense, again, has allowed touchdowns in every single drive, opening drive all season long. So that's got to continue. And that's playing teams like Cleveland. So if the Broncos offense is what we think it is, it should score here. And Bo Nix burns a timeout as the play clock was expiring. Something that definitely been a little frustrating is just seeing how Bo Nix is getting out of the huddle fast, but it seems like I don't know, Sean needs to simplify this, because you should not have to burn a timeout on your opening drive, because the way Sean Payton does this whole thing is scripted. So we knew our first 15 plays 3 nights ago. So there should be no reason to not get this right here, because this is your first drive of it. So, and it was RJ Harvey who was going to be back there. So you got to wonder if the rookie was in the right spot there, but and it's crazy after playing 2 road games, just how quiet it is. It's so different. You got Mims in motion. Nice pitch out here to RJ. And he gets way short. Broncos go 3 and out on the opening drive here. So Broncos are getting a little cute there, playing with their food. Not loving that. Keep it a buck. Absolutely brutal. So you got Mims on this play. It's like you got a motion and then a pitch. I think stuff like that is really a great play in the 3rd quarter or the 4th quarter, when you've just been running zone left, zone right all game. But those cute little things, you don't do those cute little things until until they have something to fake out. It's kind of like what was driving me nuts about that Titans game is Broncos were running all these play action passes before they'd actually run the ball, and the Titans knew we were throwing the ball every time. So, ooh, and there's a flag on the play here, and waiting on the ref, and it's gonna be holding against the Bengals. So you're gonna have them backed up, so that's good. But don't love seeing us give up points on the opening drive, and then to a team who's allowed 3 straight games of opening touchdowns to not even come away with any points. And again, I'm not against that misdirection and that little pitch out to RJ Harvey, but run it in the fourth quarter when you've already established that you can run the ball normally, you know? Oh, don't get me started. I know. I miss Colorado a ton. But we went out for training camp. Every time we're there, there's more traffic and it's expensive now. But it's a great place to visit for sure. Having family there is awesome, and I do miss it a lot. Oh man, the first guy who ever trolled me on YouTube. So I've got a lot of people here who've like been a supporter since day one, and then I got Corey World who's like been dunking on me since the jump, but it's all love. My favorite thing from him was in one of my early videos, he said I looked like a vegan 12-year-old girl or something, but yeah, he's here, so that's cool. Of course they're not going to bench Bo. Bo is very good. Sarah, I think, is going to be making a second half appearance. She's feeling great. For all the folks who've been thinking and praying for her, it's awesome. She finished chemo 3 weeks ago. It was like right before 4 weeks ago, and had a CT scan that was back negative, which is fantastic. And so many answered prayers. So yeah, the story on that was she got went in for colonoscopy and had stage 3B colon cancer. So it's been one of the toughest seasons of our life for sure, and this has been an awesome support and relief for our family for sure. So thank you for asking about her, and hoping we can coax her down, because it's late and you're probably not gonna be able to stay up that long. So I'll swap you out eventually. Yeah. So, and everyone, I mean, it's the crucial catch month for the NFL. Man, if you have not gotten a colonoscopy, I highly recommend it, because you'd never guess she's healthier than I am and doesn't eat a ton of meat, works out, in great shape, and yeah, to have stage 3B colon cancer. It was a real eye-opening experience for sure. So thanks for asking. I grew up in like on 104th and Federal, and I went to Huron Middle School, which no longer exists, and then I went to Thornton High School. But I did this thing. They had this thing called the International Baccalaureate Program, so I did that. So I went to Thornton, but my home school would have been North Glen High School. So that's still where my parents live, like right off 104th and Federal there. All right, here we go. We need this. I mean, she eats meat. She just like, I eat 10 hamburgers a weekend, but I'm just saying, like, usually you hear, oh, people have colon cancer, ate too much meat, which I don't even know if it's true, but all right, run the ball. Thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate the prayers, and had a whole army of people. Ooh, West High School in Denver. What, man? I feel like I've heard a ton of people. Would you ever consider going live on TikTok? I'm young and feel more comfortable over there. I think I was trying to go live, and that's what messed up the whole sound on here, was trying to do that. And I'm maybe just more of a YouTube guy. All right, here we go. 2nd and 5. Cooper coming in hot, going deep at Riley Moss. Riley Moss that time on Jamar Chase, and he's going to get called for a pass interference call, which I think is bogus. He was in his hip pocket, but that doesn't seem like pass interference to me. But definitely, you guys see the. It's a big penalty. So Riley Moss just getting absolutely picked on again. We're old and we love you. Yeah, TikTok, it's just not for me. Okay, he does grab the jersey at the last second, but ooh, man. All right, Riley Moss targeted 5 times at least already in this game, with 3 catches allowed and 1 pretty bad pass interference. I got a handoff up the middle. And Broncos snuff it out. Gain of 1 here. No. Don't turn it off. We're good. We're going to be okay. I will truly tell you if I'm nervous. I'm not. We're going to be fine. Yeah. I mean, I think the fact that we have not seen Jahdae Barron take his place is like a litmus test, or is like a sign that Vance Joseph and Sean Payton think he's been playing okay. We went through some of and nice tackle. You had Alex Singleton on Jamar Chase there. That's kind of crazy. Yes, we went through some of the advanced analytics. You have Riley Moss being targeted more than any other corner in football, and he still has allowed less catches than anyone else who's like in that bracket. And his average separation score is the second best in football. So he is in these people's hip pockets. He just needs to learn and to get his hand around and knock that ball out. All right, big 3rd and 2 here. Play clock winding down. Got him in shotgun. Snap is good. He's going deep to Riley Moss again, and good defense there. And Riley Moss, you can tell, is fired up, and great coverage there again. I'm still on the Riley Moss hype train, guys. Oh, yeah, grew up a massive Broncos fan. My first season of truly loving the Broncos was the 97-98 season, and I kept the front page of the Denver Post for every single game and read it. And yeah, we'll get back to that in a second because they're going for it here on 4th and 2. 4th and 2 motion. Oh, did we just jump? Please tell me he got Jonah Ellis is going to give them a first down. Ugh. Yikes, guys. Yep. Oh, thank you. They said false start, but I didn't see a false start.
Yeah, because he didn't put him in motion yet, and then he put him in motion. And
Oh.
it was too late. Then
Oof, man.
Jump, so.
I honestly think we kind of got bailed out there, but that happens. The NFL owes it after that one time. I don't know if you guys were even watching, but the Broncos had literally won a game that we were at, and they made up a penalty called leverage I'd never seen before. So they owe us that. Thank you, Roger Goodell. Goodness me. All right, so punt here. Let's see who it is. Broncos brought some heat on it, shanked it, just absolutely shanked it. It's hard to kick it that bad at altitude. And Bo Nix is like, hey, move them forward. Finally, sweet mother of mercy. All right, Bo Nix, let's go. Okay. What do you need from us here, Bo? How can we help you out, Bo Chapman Nix? I got just some props here. This is going to be our turnover chain. If we get a turnover, when Riley Moss picks Browning to seal this game and everyone stops hating on him, we'll don the turnover chain. I got this mask. I don't even know if it's cultural appropriation if I wear it, but I might put it on when we score some tutties and just start speaking in like a Spanish accent. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Like, hey, Panchovia! I don't even know what that means, but yeah, so we just got a lot. This is gonna be fun. All right, we're back. All right. Yeah, the mask is scary, awesome. It's like a what's it? Nacho Libre. That's what I meant, not Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa, I think, is someone Google who Pancho Villa is. I think he was maybe a conquistador, something like that. Talk like Nacho. All right, I will. You watch when if Pat Bryant gets a touchdown in this game, I will talk like Nacho Libre. Yeah, Browning is going to throw at least one pick in this game. There's zero doubt about that. I think he's got 5 interceptions in the 3 games he's played. So, okay. Someone said put it on now and give him some good energy. No, I feel like that'll jinx it. Like you gotta. This is like yodeling. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever yodeled before, but you don't just start yodeling. You have to have a warm up. So this is our first quarter warm up. Trust me, the mask is going on. The Broncos are scoring some points. Dude, Bo does have a Mystic Eagle prowess to him. Like he doesn't seem like a second year player to me. And it was crazy to watch. We watched that whole Chargers game. I couldn't believe how poised Jackson Dart looked and just like how confident he was. And I feel like Bo Nix is the same. And you watch Caleb Williams, you don't get that vibe. And yeah, there's a difference between like being like confident about yourself and confident in your team. Like being confident about yourself in a way that props other people up, and then being, I don't know. But if you don't put it on, you might jinx us. That's a good point. All right, Bo needs better stats. Absolutely does. Here we go. 1st and 10. Bo Nix in the shotgun. JK. Motion. One of the things going into this game, the Broncos used motion less than any team in football, and it wasn't even close. They were 10 percentage points less than anyone else. Bo Nix's first read not there, takes off for a few. And you know, as we think about that Colts game, a couple times where Bo Nix's first read wasn't there, and I think we'd all wished he'd gone for just picked it up with his legs because we know he can. Does your son have a girlfriend? Okay, I think that's what I don't know. All right. Ooh, nice little fake pitch. Again, guys, do that fake pitch when there's something to fake. Just like, can I see a normal run play, please? Like, just show me a normal run play, and then let's try this cute stuff. Am I wrong? Like, I know I went to Thornton, but am I wrong? Because I feel like Bo Nix has way more time and doesn't have that linebacker crashing down on him if he has something to fake. So now we're in a 3rd and 7. Sean Payton talked about no quarterback's great when you're behind the sticks like that. Bo Nix, thank you, Cortland Sutton, for getting us the first down of the game. The Broncos are past midfield, and we're cooking. Just like that, we're back. Thank you. Man, that's one of the times, like, my only criticism of Court is that I feel like he catches the ball falling down a lot, and he's not that great after the run, but great time, great here. Great for Bo to put it in a place where he could go pick it up with his legs after, but that's not what he thrives at. Man, 3:11 left in this game. It's like this first quarter's flying. All right, motion and a play action pass again that I'm sure no one fell for, but still, Troutman, huge gainer, and a horse collar tackle. They're not going to call that. Huge gainer, 1st down, and the Broncos are in the red zone. Guys, this Nacho Libre mask is coming on soon. Oof. Now, that's a play there. If that's Evan Ingram, that's a touchdown probably. Yeah, Trent Sherfield out blocking in front of him. That's a great play. I guess right outside of the red zone here. We are on the 23-yard line here. Nice little 43-yard drive. And RJ Harvey, who can't run in the middle of the field, remember that, gets a gain of 9. Let's go. Remember when a bunch of like plugged in Broncos guys said like, oh, he only bounces it outside. And then he showed you that's not true. That was great. Yeah, nice little RPO there. I think that was too. Good catch there, Rodney. All right, 2nd and 2 here. And under center with Franklin. And you got a nice little tight end. Prentice there for the 1st down. Guy who's followed Payton from the Saints to the Broncos. Hey, are we about to score? We're scoring this drive? All right, let's do it. All right, now we are definitely in the red zone. Whoa. Don't know if my camera overheated. Can y'all still see me or just hear me? That's strange. So lost my video. I'm trying to reboot my camera here, see what we can get here. Audio only. All right, we got 2nd and 5. Hang with me. Bo Nix, please. Pat Bryant. Oh. Okay, he had, all right, 3rd and 5. Man, I'm having all sorts of technical difficulties today. What on earth? Third down and 5. Denver Broncos. Let's go. All right, this is, what is happening? Touchdown, Denver Broncos. Chase Joints. Let's go. Bo Nix. Great scramble. Touchdown, Bo Chapman Nix. Let's go, Sharon. All right, now I got to figure out how to get my camera back, y'all. Oh, we're back. We're back. We're back. Oh, my goodness. And you know who else is back? Nacho Libre. Touchdown, Denver Broncos. A gorgeous drive when all hope was lost and people were saying, we're turning off the game. Our team's horrible. Bo Nix scores a touchdown. That is just the start, y'all. That is just the start of something amazing, because the next thing that gets popped out of this is the turnover chain. Dude, sick drive there. Way to use your legs, Bo Nix. Also loved that route by Pat Bryant there. Oh my goodness. Unfit Cowboy just dropped a sweet mother. Unfit Cowboy, my main man. Thank you so much, dude. That already was like one of the highlights of the night was the Bo Nix touchdown. And then we got a sweet 99 bucks on it. Sweet mother of mercy. That's huge. Bulwark TYR. How am I saying that right? Yeah, guys, these super chats are wild. Wow. Someone who's maybe just watching the watch along, Pat Bryant did run a nice little route, and good to see him in there in the red zone. We know he's going to be a huge part of this red zone offense. You watch him back in Illinois, like he just is a slant monster there. We know what Sean Payton said about him, you know, being the future Michael Thomas for this team. So my goodness, I'm just blown away that Unfit Cowboy dropped 99. I mean, y'all are being so generous. This is wild. Broncos win. This is feeling good, you guys. Really good. A super chat every Broncos touchdown. Don't do that. I want you to have money still, you guys. Super chat every Broncos. I really think the Broncos are going to score 40 points this game. So I won't hold you to that. Okay. If the Broncos end up dropping 70 like the Dolphins did on us a couple years ago, we know Sean wants what he said about this team in the offseason to be true. I think it's going to be like Sean wants Bo Nix to be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL in a couple of years. Sean wants us to be a team that's making a deep run in the playoffs. So I think we're going to score a lot of points on these guys. Yeah, I think we'll keep seeing more and more of Pat Bryant out there for sure. Any closing thoughts?
Go
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
All right. I'll come tell you what happened. Okay. All right. Night, man. Love you. You're my guy. Salute. Oh, leave. All right. He's out. Hopefully, he wasn't our good luck charm. If you're a good luck charm, I'm gonna come wake you up. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, unfit cowboy just took the whole family out for like a week. We can eat at Chipotle for like a week there. All right, here we go. We need this just foot on the necks now, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, this is truly a bummer to see all these graphics about Burrow being out because I really think we would have won this game with Burrow. Now this is a game we're going to just dominate and the national media won't give us credit. All the Broncos doubters will still say we didn't beat any good teams, but you can only play who's here, you know? Tyreek Hill had an awful injury. Somebody tell me more. I didn't see that. All right. We got a quarter break here. This would be a great time for a pick six for sure. Check in with my dad real quick here and see if he sent any picks. Oh, man. All right. My dad sent me picks. How do I get him on here? As you can tell, I'm not good at like driving this live stream. It's why I don't do a ton of watch alongs, but I'm learning with all y'all, my favorite peeps. Tyreek got carted off. That's not ideal for them. One of my biggest worries was that Tyreek Hill was going to end up getting traded to the Chiefs. So at least that is off the table, but you never want to see anybody get hurt for sure. Yikes. We'll do a quick scoreboard check there, knowing that we do have the Jets here in a couple of weeks. Dolphins just beating the Jets 10-3. Yeah, Josh, totally agree. I think all blue looks sick. It's one of my favorite looks for sure. I love that we're doing it. Also love that we're saving our throwbacks. That's awesome. Thank you. Well, interesting. I mean, these next couple of weeks, guys, are going to be huge for the Broncos. Obviously, we talk about going from here on a really short week here to go to Philadelphia at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. What the heck? Wow, my camera is doing crazy stuff. I just switched to my webcam. Let me try to switch it back here to the other. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I think my battery on it keeps dying. All right. This is less than ideal here. And we're back. All right. My camera battery keeps dying, but we're back. I just put in a brand new one, so we should be good the rest of the night. Here we go. 3rd and 1 for the Broncos. Big stop. Browning in the shotgun with tight end kind of in motion there. Oof. They're going to get it and probably get a John Franklin Myers offsides there. Ugh. Well, I mean, that's not what you want there. So convert there. Third down. Man. I mean, they had the first down anyways, so I guess in that way. Was my battery ordered from Temu? No, it's a Sony. Like, I think when I do pre-record videos, it's like 20 minutes. So to already be live for 50, it's just like longer than I normally go on one battery. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Ooh, great pressure there. Oh my goodness. And Riley Moss in defense there looks like a very, very, but I think that's going to be holding. That's got to be a hold. Okay, legal formation totally bails us out, guys, because you have T. Higgins just on a. Is there any part of you guys that wonders if, just because of the size mismatch of T. Higgins, if you'd rather have Riley Moss on Jamar at this point? Obviously, they'd still pick on him, but I think like the coverage isn't horrible, but it's just the size mismatch. Oof. They're going to do this all night, guys. We have to figure this out. They're unfit. They're bullying Riley Moss. And I think when you're that small like he is, and he's way bigger than I am. I'm not. But T. Higgins is like, how big is T. Higgins? You got T. Higgins at 6'4", and you got Riley Moss so he's got a 4-inch height advantage on him, and so you can have the best coverage in the world literally be in his hip pocket, and he's got a 5-inch window on him. So, man, we got a big break there. Another false start here. Thank you, crowd. And they're going to do a draw play out of it, and you got Singleton coming up there with Brandon Jones, make the tackle, gain a 3. Well, so they're showing the Tyreek Hill. Oh. Miami's going up 16-3 over the Jets. We know we get the Jets in London in 2 weeks. And is that okay? So you got the former Iowa draft pick Uwazurike is down. Obviously, you don't want any Broncos down, but of all the defensive linemen, you're okay going down. It is him, and it did look like he kind of just sprinted off there as the camera cut away. So that's silver lining for sure. And I guess the other good news is that next week, if he is out, Malcolm Roach should be back next week. And if Malcolm Roach was here, other little storyline here is that we're seeing the first ever game jersey given out to Savion Jones. So we're actually going to kind of see him, maybe even see him now, because do you think Saquon's going to have a day on us? I don't know. I still kind of still believe that we're going to shock some people next week. I know I just drink way too much orange and blue Kool-Aid, but we've just seen Sean Payton go into places that we had no business winning. Remember last year after 2 straight losses, we went to Tampa. I think we were 10-point underdogs in that game. Baker Mayfield looked incredible. They had Godwin, Chris Evans, Bucky Irving, and the Broncos just mollywopped them. So, yeah, Greenlaw is out. He went on IR before last week's game. One thing I've been trying to figure out is like, so it's a 4-game IR. Did it count that last week's game as game 1, or was that like it starts this week for game 1? So, yeah, 7th game, that would, okay. Ingram is playing in this game. We have not seen him targeted yet. So, big target so far. We've seen Marvin catch one. We've seen Troy Franklin targeted. We've seen Pat Bryant out there on a couple of routes. We've seen a Marvin Mims catch. We've seen a Troutman catch, but we have not seen an Evan Ingram catch. Another interesting scratch, healthy scratch to this game was Lucas Kroll. So Iwami Uwazurike. So looks like he's all right. 2nd and 15. Here we go. Man, I love Monday Night Football. The picture is just so much clearer. It just looks great. All right. Good pass rush. And Cooper pushes him out. Good pass rush there. Now, one thing, their left tackle has just been cooked. And so to not, I mean, that was the first time you've seen Browning hurried. So you kind of wonder, we need some Nick Benito pressure. We need some Jonathan Cooper pressure. Good play. Caleb Lohner's on the 53 because I think he'd get picked up on another practice squad. Someone asked, did Caleb Lohner make the practice squad? All right, here we go. 3rd and 15. Play clock expired. It sounds loud there, you guys. Yeah, and Monday Night Football at Mile High. I know that's not what it's called anymore, but it's always Mile High to me. There's nothing like it. When I was living in Denver, I'll tell this story after this 3rd down. All right, here we go. 3rd, you got Riley Moss is not on T. Higgins on this play, it looks like. Gets rid of it quick. Jamar Chase just really short. And you see a whole herd of Broncos get him 10 yards short of the stick. So 4th down, they're punting back to us. Let's go. All right, one of the coolest moments of my adult life, other than having 4 kids for sure, is my real job is I'm the director of communications for a school district. So I used to do it out in Colorado for the Longmont School District, St. Vrain. And so I do like a lot of video work. And I had a buddy who is friends with some people on an ESPN crew. And whenever ESPN rolls into a different place to broadcast a game, they don't bring all of the grunts along. So they bring obviously Scott Van Pelt and all of the reporters and all the camera people and all that kind of stuff, but they don't bring the people who string up the lights or the people who carry the cables on the ground. And so whenever they do that, they put an all call out to whatever area they're broadcasting the game in and ask for anyone who has audio visual experience who could come and be a grunt man or woman on the crew. So I got to work when the Peyton Manning era, I got to work 2 Monday Night Football games, once against the Texans and one against the Chargers. And I got to just like run behind the steady cam, carrying the coil of all the cables. And so like, as they ran on the field, I had to like roll it up really quick so no players fell. But if you like look behind the bench, you'll see like just thick black camera cables that are all along the stadium. And so I was literally from me to like this camera from Peyton Manning at the end of the game interview. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. I got to see, and you weren't supposed to take pictures and stuff like that. But I always like had my camera out and was like snapping little pictures because it was just, you're on the field for a Monday night game, and the noise was unreal. And oh my goodness, Rodney, last game you watch before you deploy. Well, dude, truly, man, thank you for doing that. And that's incredible to put your country before yourself, and prayers for you and the troops. That's incredible, man. So good luck to you, and hope you get to watch Broncos games on your deployment. Where are you heading out to? And we'll all be praying for you, dude. Like that. That is really encouraging to hear that. Someone said, show the scoreboard. Let me see if I can do that. Bro, show the scoreboard. I'm lucky if I can keep my camera on. I'm so bad at this. All right, here we go. Let me see. I think I can do this. I'll do this and this. No, this. There we go. 3-7. All right, Broncos are up 3-7. Our ball. They punted. United States Air Force. That's awesome. Super cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Well, best of luck, man, and thanks for your service. Seems like seems like Broncos are about to go down and just run this thing up right now. Man, where are people deploying to now? I didn't know about that. Got a bunch of vets in the chat. That's awesome. Jay's joint. That's cool. You're a vet too. Yeah. Man, seeing that aerial shot of our stadium. Richest owner in sports installed some pretty sick lights that like light up the whole stadium now. So that aerial shot looks really different. Cool. Well, we'll be thinking of you, Rodney, for sure. All right, Marvin Mims, nice little swing pass. Easy first down. Easy. Let's go. Showing a highlight here of the Jets game. Justin Fields doing Justin Fields stuff. It's going to be interesting. Broncos playing the Jets in 2 weeks in London early. So that'll be fun. And we got Nick's pressed off a spot, Troutman. And looked like he had the catch. They're saying he didn't get a second foot in bounds. So that's a bummer. So 2nd and 10 here. Yeah. Thanks, Jason. We all will, man. Rodney, truly, I will. Need to put a note in my phone, man. It looked like a catch to me. Yeah, we pull that game off next week. I think sky's the limit for what we can be. All right, got another pass to Troutman. Definitely gets both of those inbounds and just gets a nice little gainer. Anyone out there I have not, because I've been trying to talk and watch at the same time. Is Evan Ingram actually playing? Like, oh, there he is, right on cue. All right, let's go. So we know back injury, never ideal, as I have Michael Porter Jr. hanging out behind me. Those things seem to linger with you for a long time. And seeing where he's in, he's kind of playing that slot receiver position. 3rd and 4. Bo Nix in stride. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Sutton just made a move. And like juke back guy blew by, but McGlinchey's looking angry. Oh, good. Offsides. Let's go. Nice first down. The Broncos are moving the chains. Declined. Cortland Sutton. Let's go. Yes, with Sean Payton's October record, the winningest coach in NFL history, I'm considering this September 29th. This is October 1st to me. All right. 1st and 10. Play clock expiring. And Sutton. Oh my goodness. He had Harvey in the seam. If he takes a little off of this, but it was not like a typical, and I don't even want to say typical. It was not the famous Brandon Perna overthrow. It was just kind of hot, and it was Harvey, if he is a wide receiver, would have caught that. But if he does catch this, he's hitting his head on the back of that goalpost. Oh my goodness. Oh, fingertips again. Man, and Bo is, come on. All right, handoff, RJ Harvey. Snakes through, nice little gain of 6. All right, 3rd and 4 here. Got about 9 minutes left in this one. And Tyler Bidet in there. One of the interesting things is we have not had Jaleel activated for any of these first 3 games, even though he made our roster. Bo climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness. Cortland Sutton, guys. Like, remember when people said he was not an elite wide receiver? My goodness. The thing that has blown me away this game is Cortland Sutton after the catch. Because you have now seen every one of Cortland Sutton's catches. He picks up significant yardage afterwards. My goodness. Wow. And I know I'm probably reading too much into it, but like Cortland looks way more yoked if you look at his video interviews. Like he was at the podium the other day in a sleeveless shirt, and I just feel like he's at 0.3% body fat, and he looks more elusive here. He's more than just a jump threat. Like makes one man miss, picks up 10, 15 after the catch. Wow, let's go. Let's go. And injury on the field here for the Bengals. Yeah, pretty cool here to just see like when Bo needs to do something, it's Cortland Sutton. Just seeing that 3rd down, Cortland's been his favorite target. But unlike last week, when Cortland had like all of his yards, Bo Nix is spreading it elsewhere too, with Troutman with a couple. It's also, yeah, great point here. Sacral. I love who the Broncos chose to give money to this offseason and how that's gone really well for us. Just sometimes when a player gets the big bag, they stop playing hard, and just seeing Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, Cortland Sutton, all you'd have to pay them more at this point if you just waited. Nick Bonito, you have to give him close to stinking Micah Parsons money with how he's playing right now. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Marvin Mims. Woo! Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Wow. Still coming up 2 to 3 years. Man, give me 2 to 3 months, dude. Let's go. Marvin Mims, 16-yard touchdown rush. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go. Hey, Sharon, I will let you off of your bet anytime because Broncos are going to score one more time this half. So I will not hold you to it. But thank you. Totally appreciate it. My goodness. So that is that end around little cute thing that you do after you've kind of established the middle of the field. And I just only discouraging thing so far. I'd love to have that first drive back for the Broncos. Man, that was pretty. Sweet mother. Wow. Let me see here. I think I could do this. I might actually be able to show it this way. Hey, look, I think, guys, look, I'm kind of figuring out YouTube here. Does this work? I think we can watch this together. Let's do it like this, okay? Boom. All right, so you had, is this showing? Look at this. Here, I can make it bigger for this, okay? Here's the play. All right, so you have got him in motion. Again, the Broncos use motion less than any team in the NFL. And now this fake of like, hey, we've already handed it off to our tight end or our fullback once. We've already run zone a couple of times, and just Marvin Mims' speed on the outside is unreal. Truly, the only other guy you want on the outside like that is Jaleel McLaughlin, but interesting to see him being healthy scratches for these games and going with Tyler Bidet instead. But sweet mother, that is a gorgeous play design. And the timing from Bo, guys, to do this, to hike the ball at the right time for a very fast guy in motion. I'm coaching my son in flag football. We abandoned the motion handoffs week 2 because even though we practice it every single time, I know those are 3rd grade flag football, but that's very, very challenging to do. So props to Bo. Gorgeous play. And your Broncos are running away with this, guys. The biggest line in football this week was this one. So absolutely love to see this. Fantastic. Let's go. So let's get a stop, get the ball back. I want to be up 23. I want to be up 21-3 at half. Sweet mother, Rodney. Bro, take that back on your deployment, dude. I totally appreciate that, man. Go Broncos. Go Broncos. All right. If I mean, the one thing I will notice is I have live streamed one other time this year. The Broncos won both games. I did not live stream. We lost. So might have to be a thing. In my defense, last week I missed the live stream because it was my birthday and my 7-year-old daughter's birthday. And the week before I was in Indy, so I couldn't stream. So, but I will definitely be doing it next week. And Rodney, even if you don't get the game wherever you're going, hopefully you can tune into the live stream, man. Let's get some sacks. Let's go. Yep, it's sack time. Yeah, now's the time. Like, let's get that turnover that we know Browning is prone to. Let's get him down in the backfield, guys. This is the time. Ooh, sweet mother. All right, kick off. And we got a flag. Jonah Ellis is hyped up, feeling good. AFN, yeah. So I've heard that. Like, tell me what AFN. I've always seen like on aircraft carriers and stuff like that. They have football games on, and our service men and women get to watch. So do they just pick a game and put it on there each week? That's interesting. I didn't even know what that was. Pick six would go real nice here. Yes, Josh, bring that energy all day long. I'm ready for this. Turnover chain. Ooh, Armed Forces Network is what that's called. Cool. All right, here we go. All right, and I think Sean's entire purpose for this game now is about like, how do we leave this game feeling like we are that Super Bowl team he said at the start of the season, and take that confidence next week into a team in the Eagles who've won 20 games in a row. All right, we got motion, 1st and 10. They're backed up on the 15-yard line, and they are faking it, and Browning is going deep. Riley Moss in perfect coverage, and nothing there. Restricted airspace sounds so good. Man, and Benito was getting literally. Oh, okay. So that was on the special teams play. I thought Benito was just getting dragged down to the ground. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. And Barron is in there right now. He's playing slot. And they targeted Riley Moss again. Perfect coverage. And that was on T. Higgins. Drove him right out of bounds without pass interfering. Guys, I'm telling Riley Moss is not as bad as people say. Man, that is such a tough assignment, and he played this perfectly. Because Browning can make this throw. And if he's not there, I agree, man. I think he's playing great. At 3rd and 10, this is where we want him. Show us a draw play, give up. You got Benito double teamed. Cooper fights through a hold and still almost sacks him. Let's go. Let's go. You know how like in basketball when you score and you get hit, it's like you call and one. I feel like there should be that version in football when like Jonathan Cooper is held and he still just hits him in the back. That's crazy. Crazy seeing Samaje Perine, former Denver Bronco, Cooper held, chipped, and kind of double teamed, still pressures and hits him. Jonathan Cooper is a bad man, and I love that he's on our team. We got waves and waves of pass rushers. And punt here. Remember, he shanked his first punt, and this one's much better. It's going to give Mims some space, though. See how that hip is doing. All-pro returner. Gets it out to the 30. All right, 8-11. for all the Moss haters. Who you hating now? Not Riley Moss. You can't hate him. He's too good. Yep, this one's gonna get out of control pretty fast, you guys. Yeah. And I did have a couple of my friends, Graf and Darcy, both saw that I was going live and texted me, "Do you only go live when you know you're gonna win?" But truly, as I explained, no. And I thought we were gonna win last week, and I thought we were gonna win the week before. And we did win the week before when I was in Indianapolis. And Roger Goodell, come on, that bogus leverage call. Give me a break. I also didn't love that, and I don't know if it's because they get access to the Broncos or something, but I didn't love that none of my favorite podcasts that I listened to like said how bogus of a call that was. Because that leverage call was horrible. The Broncos are just seconds away from being undefeated right now. And we'd be 4-0 going into the Eagles, and that would just have a totally different feel. Clean your room, Darcy. Yes, clean your room, Darcy. Isn't that the truth, man? All right. So looks like we had an offensive lineman leave a little early. All right, here we go. All right, 2nd and 12 here. They decline that penalty. All right, here we go. We've got a pitch out, nicely blocked. RJ, oof, gets stoned there, but a nice little gain, and we have a flag on the play. And you hear one of the players yelling holding. So Cortland Sutton saying he's not holding. And looks like Cortland Sutton going up against Trey Hendrickson trying to go into Cortland Sutton's face mask, and the refs see it and stop it. So a nice little 15-yard here. Man, poor Court, man. Can you imagine Trey Hendrickson just... Dude, he's got his hand around his throat like he's about to do a choke slam on WWE. That was nasty. Ugh. All right, let's go. 1st and 10. We got 7 minutes left in the first half for your Denver Broncos. And Bo Nix under center. And J.K. Dobbins. What patience, my goodness. His initial hole was not there. He cuts back. Oh, my goodness. Do you guys remember Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers, who just looked like he was going in slow motion until he saw the hole that he wanted, and then he hit it? That's exactly what J.K. Dobbins is doing here. And Sean has been getting a lot of hate because J.K. has been playing incredible, and we have not, last week he could have easily had 100 yards. And Sean Payton gave him the rock, like 11 times? But I think because his biggest struggle is staying healthy, I love how we're rotating him and RJ. Let's get him playing in November and not worry about him hitting 100 yards, although he's on pace right now as he just busts out a gorgeous run. The Broncos offensive line is just going to dominate the rest of this game. I don't know what else to say. That is gorgeous patience. Same thing. And that's the difference between Javonte and him. Yeah, you called that a long time ago, Sharon. You said somebody's getting 100, and it could very well be him. The difference between Javonte Williams and JK is that patience and waiting for it to be there. Like that is Javonte hit the hole immediately, and sometimes you got to wait a beat for it to develop. Wow. And another handoff to him, and just another huge hole, and he is off to the races into almost the red zone. But is a flag on the play here. Coming back here for a hold. And can't really hear who that holding was on. Looks like it was on Luke Wattenberg, our center. So, yeah, Well, you totally, man. If Dobbins stays healthy all season, he's going to get a major payday, which guess what? At the end of the season, the Broncos will not have any more Russell Wilson money. We'll never have to mention that name again, and we totally can pay him. That's a weak call. That's a very weak call. You got Pennell, the defensive tackle there, who was brought in to stop the run. Nice little kick out there to RJ Harvey, gets a gain of 3 probably. Yeah, that was a pretty bogus hold. We know, we know Sean Payton hates being in long down and distance, and that's why I didn't like Russell Wilson, because he took too many sacks early on. So yeah, being behind here, Sean Payton's going to be furious about that. All right, here we go. We got 2nd and 17. Bo's back in shotgun. Troy Franklin in motion. And nice little fake. Bo Nix deep shot. Troy Franklin, he's back. Bo Nix, he's back. Bo Nix, just a real sophomore slump for him, as he's like dominating the league, and there's not a rookie quarterback from last year's class you would want more than him. Like, that's not even a homer take, guys. Jaden can't stay healthy. His career is not going to, the way he runs, he's not going to stay healthy. Wow. Handoff RJ Harvey. Nice little gain of 8. Just falls forward for 8. Perfect pass there to Troy. When Bo Nix uses the middle of the field, he is lethal. And one of the things here that kind of has given Bo Nix pause this year, and why he hasn't picked up exactly like we wanted him to last year, is he's playing against the zone way more than he did last year. But he's the smartest guy, and he's a football junkie, and he's going to figure this out. And you're seeing what happens when he has it figured out. Nice little first down here to Troy Franklin. 2 catches in a row on this series. Oh man, Troy Franklin. Franklin the Tanklin. Woo! I love that. Yeah. Russell Wilson really maybe did play himself out of. Oh, don't even worry. We got the Chiefs. We play the Chiefs tough. We should have beat them twice last year. We will beat them twice this year. And now a play action. And look who it is, Evan Ingram. Man, okay. They're saying Evan didn't get 2 feet in bounds, but I thought he did. All right, 2nd and 10. Now here's a play to me where I wonder if Bo Nix really knows that he wanted to get Evan Ingram the ball and could have run there and passed just because he wants to be a good teammate. But 2nd and 10, we'll take it. 2nd and 10, we are on the 11-yard line, so we can hypothetically get a first down, but we're not going to, because we're going for a tutty here. Evan Ingram in motion. And you got a nice little keeper to Evan Ingram. And there he is. Gets us down right to the 1. So we'll have 3rd and 1 here. We get 2 little targets here to Evan Ingram. We knew it was just a matter of time. And like, this is an NFL team, guys. Like, don't excuse a win. Truly, don't excuse a win. I'm already hearing the haters be like, oh, beat a good team. Oh, did we get a preemptive TD, or am I behind? Because I just got a super chat for a touchdown. Are we getting in here? Let's see. Oh, we got a little, oh my goodness. Please tell me RJ Harvey throws a touchdown. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we ran the Wildcat with RJ Harvey, and okay, Bo's keeping him out there. Oh, why? So we do score. Preempt. Okay, I'm ahead. Oh man, am I that behind? All right, 4th and 1. Here it is. Oh, okay, you hit 10 to. Okay, so we're going for it on 4th and 1. I love it. I love Sean Payton. Just Cincinnati Bengals think they might do something, or they don't like the coverage here. Oh man, great tackle in space there because yeah, I thought RJ was walking in here and you just get a shoestring tackle. Oh man, Harvey. I wonder if he just took that to the outside the whole time if we would have had it, but he almost pressed the hole first, which for all the people saying he needs to take it inside, man. But if he just goes outside that whole time, I think he has it. But he presses it inside. So 4th and goal from the 1. Sean, let's go. Oh, that was close, dude. And I love that. I love that wrinkle for the Philadelphia Eagles to prepare for, because like we have a former high school quarterback who's our running back in RJ Harvey, and you got Bo Nix here with his legs. He can run, he can pass, and he throws a pick in the end zone, which all it costs you is 19 yards of field position, because that was 4th down. Be eager to see what Bo was seeing here on this play, and we'll try to pull it up here on the highlight to show you as well. Oof, yikes. All right, what was he? So it was a bobbling catch. It wasn't a clean pick, but a pick nonetheless, which you don't want to see. I mean, if the Broncos aren't getting man, that's a bummer. Oh, the star of the show. My bride and joy. Broncos are winning.
Really?
Yeah. So this just makes it so hot, so I had to crank the air down. Sorry, are you cold?
If I'm bad luck, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
It was just going really well, right?
Yeah, but you're turning it around. Anything to say to the people?
I have a lot of knowledge about football, so ask me all your questions.
This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be real interesting. Yeah. A lot of people here who've been praying for you and
Aw.
asking about you all the time.
That's so
Aw.
sweet. Thank you guys. I appreciate it so much.
Some of these I don't read out loud. That was swear word, but I won't say that one out loud. Yeah, that wasn't great. I'm waiting to see if the Bo Nix just threw an interception in the end zone. We were going for pretty much a game-ending touchdown there. Let's see here. Trying to see if the replay is on Twitter anywhere. Not seeing it. Man, so I do like the aggressive play call going forward on 4th. And I like Bo outside of the pocket. Oh, look at this. You're a warrior, Sarah.
Aw, thank you.
Oh, and look,
Jason.
you're one lucky woman because you're married to me, or because you survived stage 3 cancer. Could be.
Both are
Yeah,
true.
both are true. No, I am definitely the lucky one, without a doubt. Do you know who KC is? KC sucks. Who's that? Who's
I'm
KC?
so tired right now. Is it Kansas City?
Yes, and
Okay.
they suck. Look, that's awesome. Oh yeah, so when we score, sometimes I wear my the Pancho Villa mask.
What's that?
It's the ooh, hey. Oh, interception stands, but I mean that's a bobbling catch by a linebacker on a throwaway play. Let's watch this here now. The replay coming up here. So looks like you had, yeah, Bo Nix just kind of squeezing it into the back for Troy Franklin. Mrs. Ben, your husband has my respects. We even got some Raiders fans in the house. This is one of Graf's main man, so he came and watched with us. So thanks, man. All right, 143 here. We got to stop them. Obviously, Broncos get the ball to start the second half. I would have loved to be up 21-3. And good pressure. Browning can run the ball, unlike Burrow could not. Gets out of bounds there, stops the clock here. So Bengals are going to have 2 timeouts here. 3rd down. Broncos still have 2 timeouts. We know Sean Payton wants to run this up. 3 and out here would be huge. Ugh. All right, 3rd and 3. Ooh, Boca Raton, Florida in the house. Graduated from CSU. Boca Raton sounds pretty.
Yeah, let's go there.
All right. Benito, huge jump. And they meet in the backfield. Meet me in the backfield, say Benito and Jonathan Cooper. Either of them could have had it. Let's go. Do you know that was good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. Okay. Broncos call timeout. We're still going to be up 21-3 at half. I'm calling it. And then Sharon does not have to super chat again at the touchdown because she already did at the one that we should have had. Oh, gets around the edge. Dude, man, I think they both would have had it. It'll be interesting to see in the stat book who gets that. That was so sick. And you're looking at the best pass rushing tandem in football, not a homer take. Two of the guys who get off the ball faster than pretty much anyone in football, and they just keep bumping each other off for like who's the best at that. All right, great time for a shanked punt here or a Mims big return. It's going to be fun to see Sean in the 2-minute drill here. Mims catches it cleanly and gets swallowed up at the 20-yard line. So the Broncos will have to go 80 yards for a touchdown, 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Did Sharon jinx us? No, don't put that on Sharon. Put that on my Nacho Libre mask, if anything. Yes, we need a touchdown before half.
There's an injury?
Yeah, I think there's an injury in the other game they were talking about.
Okay.
Man, that stadium. So our owner installed all those lights that like light up the crowd just for that shot.
Wow.
Like that's how. Oh, I gotta
from outer space.
I gotta tell the chat about my experience with our richest owner in sports in a second.
Oh yeah.
All right. Pocket collapsing. Bo hits Evan Ingram. Gets swallowed up. Gain at just a couple. Clock is running. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8. Bo steps up, keeps his feet, and couple flags on the play here. Hoping that's not an offensive pass interference. Bo's walking forward, so I don't think that's it. Okay, Sean's saying decline it. So cool. Stops the clock for us, which is nice. And just like we saw with Jonathan Cooper, you get even a hold cannot stop Troy Franklin, man. That is sick. All right, 42 seconds left. We're on the 35. Pockets holding. Bo Nix plants his feet. Oh, Evan Ingram bobbles it. He was not getting out of bounds, so probably better. 38 seconds left here, 2nd and 10. Putting up a stat on there that Evan Ingram has the 2nd most drops from a tight end. I think that's bogus. He's good. Bo Nix sails it over Troy Franklin's head there. Kind of dancing back there. One of the things is Bo does get a little dancy in the pocket sometimes. Plant those feet, be confident, man. Or take off. Was that a great point? You just said,
Well, a little dancey. I was confused what that referred to.
Yes.
Now I understand.
Okay. Are you going to sing anything at half? She's a great singer.
I'm trying to be as quiet as Judah was. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Bo Nix on a rope. Marvin Mims. And Mims is pumped and like just runs right. Do you use a timeout here? Oh my goodness, you guys. Bo Nix, captain check down with just a dart. And if I hear one more person say that Bo Nix doesn't have an arm, I'll say some strongly worded things. I'll make a YouTube video about it, and I will look at this. And that's when Bo Nix can do that and set his feet like that. He is lethal.
No dancing there.
No. See, she knows. Oh, it doesn't overthrow. That's zone coverage where you have such a small window to hit that because you got a safety up top and then you got a corner short. To put it with that kind of placement is gorgeous throw. I mean, if all we get out of here is a field goal, the last big Lutz field goal, I mean, I just can't stop thinking about that Colts game. Like, let's let him get his confidence back. Yes, I love Marvin Mims too. I love me some Marvin Mims. All right, so already in field goal range, especially at altitude, 26 seconds, no timeouts left. Got to use the sidelines and Bo Nix jump passes to Tyler Bidet, who gets out of bounds. And guys, that's why he made this team. Wow. And that's why he's on the field instead of Jaleel. Right?
Right. Clearly.
What are your thoughts on Jaleel?
It's a cool name.
Oh my. Wow. What do you guys think? Cool name? Trey Hendrickson going. So there's going to be no pass rush here. All right, let's go. 21 seconds. Hey, have we ever been playing the Bengals with no time left and Bo Nix in this exact same position? Yeah, last year. Oh. I mean, Bidet drops it, but he would have been tackled inbounds. All right, we got 17 seconds left. I feel like you go end zone. I don't know. I kind of want a touchdown more than a field goal. Man, Bo Nix throwing that pass to Bidet, he did a jump pass. That was beautiful. Hope for Trey Hendrickson's sake he's not hurt because he did just get a 1-year contract and wants to get a lot more. So, all right. Quick pass. And there is a flag, so that'll stop the clock. And then you see, man, I think that's a late hit on court. He gave himself up. Let's go. So the play will count. Stop the clock. 13 seconds left. Sean, get us a touchdown. Sharon already paid us for it. Give us a touchdown. Let's go.
Do it for Sharon.
Sharon deserves this. Yeah. Inbounds catch would not leave a ton of time for a field goal totally. Hendrickson is back on. 13 seconds left. 3rd and 2. So if something happened and you kicked and you got hit behind the line of scrimmage, you cannot clock the ball because it would then be 4th and 2. So you'd have to rush the field goal team on, which we know Sean Payton preps teams for. Do you guys remember that game against Buffalo with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson where we ran the field goal team on before they had time to set it? All right. Bo Nix shoots for the end zone. Touchdown, Cortland Sutton. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I love the Denver Broncos. I just do. Let's go. Good luck. We already had the best Sharon prepay for that. Let's go. My goodness. And she dives in again.
Why are we behind? They all knew before we knew.
I think they were calling it.
Oh.
Or they're just all doing it now. Oh my goodness, you guys. Do you know, like, they know that is what they're doing. And like, oh my goodness, the Broncos are going to go in 21-3. Like, let's go. We're on pace to 42-6. Like, oh man, what a sophomore slump from Bo this year. He's just garbage, guys. He's not even going to be on the team next year. Get out of here with that weak trash. Oh my goodness, what a drive with one timeout in your pocket to literally go 80 yards against an NFL defense for 7. Like, you take out that opening drive that I want that back. Oh, I'm on a 5 or 6 second delay. So it's got to get all the way from Denver to Michigan. Sorry. Sharon, you truly are the best. Let's go. My goodness, you guys. Shoot the basket. You got a ball for me? I gotta
Mine still
nail it.
needs to clean this place up.
I'll shoot this. It is a much harder shot. Sarah, you think you can hit it?
No, the ceiling's in the way.
I am in like a cave down here. Oh, if she made her first shot, I would have lost my mind. Sarah has to say she's good luck. No, we're like 30 minutes past your bedtime. I mean, I miss a lot about living in Colorado, like everything. But one of the worst things is being on East Coast time as a sports fan. It's just you're up till crazy hours of the night just to watch your team. It's wild, and then the day starts, early. It's awful. Go Bo. Rodney, Air Force, getting deployed. And like, oh, you were watching. Are you a fan of the channel?
I am a fan of the channel.
Oh.
Always watching.
That's cool. All of a sudden, the Broncos are good, and they've been good. We're gonna look back on those 2 losses. Oh, thanks, man. We're gonna look back on those 2 losses, and just not feel bad about them because the Colts are a great team. The Colts did yesterday against the Rams what they did against us. Do you remember when they were going for that go-ahead score and Jonathan Taylor dropped the ball? They did that again yesterday and still almost beat the Rams. And then they had another touchdown called back because of a holding by that same wide receiver. And then the Chargers are super dinged up, but they're going to be great. And we lost 2 road games on last-second field goals. I'm not worried about it. Hey, late night Nuggets games, 1,000%. That's when I love the Nuggets so much. Like the maddest I get is when the Nuggets lose in the playoffs. And the reason I don't do Nuggets on here is just because I usually have to DVR the game and watch in the morning at the gym on delay. And by then it's like everyone said everything. And the NBR Nuggets guys are so good, but 100%. Hey, we're just getting to when Sean Payton gets good. We're talking winning month in October. 100%. All right, I need a snack break and a potty break. And are you gonna stay for the second half? Or are you going to sign off?
I should probably sign off. I taught children today and I'm so tired. Oh, sure. I do believe, and you guys don't worry. You are the good luck. It's not me. So we got to keep believing.
She doesn't even know where to look. It's this, babe. She's believe. Okay. Snack break. We will be back very soon. And this is awesome. Thanks for being here. Snack break back in 3 minutes. One of the coolest changes in the NFL this year is the change of the kickoff rule, but it has totally messed up my in-game snacking because during kickoffs, most kickoffs weren't returned, so that was my time to go up and prep myself a snack, and then I would eat the snack and clean off my hands before I came back down to the studio. Well, you can't do that now. You have to watch each and every play, which is why, honestly, the better tasting, healthier new go-to snack for me during games and truly just during my day is, of course, Chomps. I mean, where else can you get 10 grams of protein with no added sugar from a grass-fed source that tastes absolutely delicious? I'm telling you, you can't find it anywhere. So this is my go-to snack during games. It's the best road trip snack for my kids and my family. It is in my laptop bag that I take to work when I'm at the beach with my family. This is my go-to snack and the snack of choice for my family. So go to 30,000 stores nationwide, pick up a Chomps, or click the link in this description of this video for a special discount. And I'm telling you, you do not go wrong when you choose Chomps. Woo-wee! Let's go. Good night, sir. We got this. Yeah, you better believe we got this. Guys, I gotta just tell the coolest story from that Colts game that I've not yet told. Okay, so we went to the Colts game 2 weeks ago. My brother got me tickets because it was my 40th birthday. And we live in like Grand Haven, Michigan, and we drove to Indy. It's like a 4-hour drive. On the drive, I just got on my personal Twitter account because I didn't want like preferential treatment or anything. And I just DM'd someone at the Broncos from my personal Twitter account, not associated with Sports Talk Denver whatsoever. Just said, hey, I'm taking my son and my nephew to our first ever Broncos game. I know sometimes but when you and your wife are cohesive, everything else falls into place and your family are rich. That's so true, man. I should have let Sarah take over when I was gone. So we go, I DM someone from my personal Twitter account and just say, hey, I'm taking my son to his first ever Broncos game. I know sometimes in warmups, the away team has some sideline passes. Any chance we can go on the sideline? And they do like random Twitter drawings sometimes. And he said, yeah, you can. So he left 3 tickets for me, my son, and my nephew to go down on the sideline. Coolest thing. So we're down on the sideline, just watching everybody warm up. Incredible. Just awesome being feet away from Bo Nix, seeing like how tight this team is, seeing all love between them. But then it's like right before the national anthem and they clear out the sideline. So they send us back through like the bowels of the stadium to get up to our normal seats. And me, my son, and my nephew are waiting in line for the elevator to go back up to our normal seats. And the elevators are just packed full. And so we keep getting waited like, okay, you guys can fit on the next one. You can fit on the next one. Finally, we were next in line. And so my kids are just like losing patience and doing kid stuff. And I hear, and the way the stadium operation works, it's like there's someone riding the elevator, there's someone pushing the buttons on the outside and the inside because there's no time to lose. And so they're just being crazy, right? I hear the person's walkie-talkie who's like pushing the button to open the radio and is like, we need to clear the radio, clear the elevator. We have ownership coming through. And my eyes like get big as saucers. I'm like, what? And not 3 seconds later, around the corner comes Kerry Walton, the Broncos owner. And I'm like reduced to like a 12-year-old boy. I'm so nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness, my kids are going to say something dumb. They're going to do. And she was as kind as could be. They didn't know her from Adam, like they don't know that she's one of the richest women on the planet. And she was beyond kind. Like I just couldn't even believe it. I didn't want to initiate talking to her because I'm like, she probably wants it. Like, I'm sure she's got 20 security guards. Right. And she saw us. I was wearing a Bo jersey. My son was wearing a Bo jersey. And then my nephew was wearing a Von Miller jersey. She's like, did you guys come in from Denver? And we told her we came from Michigan. And she was like, well, I hope your drive home is with a win, and talked to him for probably 35 seconds and smiled at him. And then the like elevator, they send the snacks up and stuff was behind us. So I just like grabbed him and went to it. And as I was leaving, I was just like, thanks for everything you've done for the team. So just incredible to see like someone like that who could be so out of touch and not have to talk to anyone, and just to see her take the time to talk to a couple kids. And we got on the elevator. I'm like, Judah, you just talked to the Denver Broncos owner. Like that is awesome. And just seeing everything she's done, like you see it on full display here as there are no expenses spared. We'll change turf out before a game. Like we're super lucky to have them as our owners. And it makes a difference when you have the richest owner in sports because they can make up positions that have never existed and hire positions that no other team has. So super, super cool. Would this game be different if Joe Burrow was playing? We can get back to this game here. So I do think it'd be different. Like I said, I still think the Broncos would have won this game. Yeah, I still think it's hard to say we'd be up 21-3 on Joe Burrow, but I don't know. I think we still would win. Let me know. What do you guys think? Ooh, only down 4 points. All right, Ajax, we're gonna win your fantasy for you tonight. Let's go. My favorite skilled player on the team right now. I gotta go Marvin Mims. And not just because he was on the show one episode, which is still one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do is talk to Marvin. That was awesome. Just because again, like my son came in and said hi to him before I hit record, and just super cool. And again, a guy who didn't have to give me his time, so that was cool. But then you just see, like you saw tonight, he is more than a punt returner. So I'd say Marvin is probably my favorite. Do we need to get Evan more involved or keep working with him how we have? I think the more we can put on film in the second half, the more you're going to make the Eagles kind of wonder about what we can do. I like this quote, dude. Great things happen to great people. You're just getting your change back. Nah, man, I've just been super blessed for sure, but thanks for saying that. Yeah, I send DMs like absolute wildfire from Twitter to try to get as many cool people on the show as I can. So people are just way more gracious with their time. And I try to give it back. So there's been a couple high school kids in Denver who've reached out and are trying to start a show. So I've hopped on a couple of theirs, and yeah, everyone has been really kind to me with their time. So I try to do that back as folks are starting. So that, yeah, with Marvin, I've had a couple other Broncos players confirm that during the bye week they'll pop on with me, and that Sean's kind of strict with certain things. But yeah, maybe after that the bye week we have a couple big names that I'll be super pumped if when I follow through after the bye week they hop on. That'd be awesome. Bo and Singleton are two of my favorites, and the coach. Yeah. Oh, Bo Chapman Nix on the show would be the highlight, man. That would be wild. Don't think I have not tried. If anyone's got a Bo Nix connection, send them to me. That would be pretty sick. Man, my dad, I don't know how to get it from iPhone to here, but my dad just sent me pics of the game. My dad's a pastor of a church in Broomfield, and has one of his friends who goes to his church has season tickets. It's probably 20 yards off the Broncos bench, and just sent me a picture. Wow. Very jealous. But I'm watching with all y'all, so this is great. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Vance Joseph, the point on here, should Jahdae Barron be covering wide receiver 2 and you put Riley Moss in the slot? We heard Vance Joseph talk about like the psyche of being a rookie and how he doesn't want to put Jahdae in a position where he loses his confidence. And we see Sean Payton do that all the time. Like, this is the first game Savion Jones even got a jersey for. He's been a healthy and active since then. Remember last year, Troy Franklin was watching the first 2 games in the owner's box, and then he started getting game jerseys. So it is interesting to see, like, do I think some of those rookies will start playing? What is the long-term vision of Jahdae? Definitely a great question. Brett, if we stay healthy, I think we are going to play the Eagles very tight. They have won 20 games in a row, and they are feeling their oats. They have obviously winning the Super Bowl. They're undefeated right now. They ended the season on a hot streak. I think we're going to be one of the tougher defenses that they've faced. They're not going to be able to beat us by not completing a pass in the second half, which is what they did last week. Your cousin lives next door to Bo. That's it. I'm printing you business cards or like a label for a milk jug. Just leave it on his door and say, come here. Come on, Bo. I've got $1.99 burning in my pocket. Get him on here. Dude, I really do too. I think I don't think if they take us lightly, they're not going to win. I've heard I don't remember playing in Philadelphia. Like, I know we have, but that's just a matchup I don't remember. That is a tough place to play. Those are very mean fans, I've heard. But I think if they look past us, they're going to find out. Interesting to see like the Chargers last week go on the road for a West or East Coast game at that 11 a.m. slot. It's a struggle. So to be playing Monday night and now, you get less rest going east early morning. But we're going to see what we're made of. I'm going to pick the Broncos because I always do. Truly one of the only teams I feel like I wouldn't have picked us for, Marvin Mims on a nice swing route, is Baltimore. And now I'm not worried about Baltimore. All right, 2nd and 2 here. All right, here we go. 2nd and 2. Bo Nix under center. Dobbins again just being methodical at the line, just finding it and just sneaking through. And that just, I cannot help but see Javonte Williams, who hasn't played horrible for the Dallas Cowboys, but he just hits that hole immediately. And JK just kind of dances for a second and waits for it to open, and he just hits it. Man, Bo Nix's 3rd down stats are showing up on the screen. He is a perfect 5 for 5 with 100 yards, a touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. And quarterbacks get paid on 3rd down. Ooh, Bo Nix has the ball tipped there at the line, but man, was that Prentice sneaking out there? So they did not fall for the fake there. So seeing Bo Nix here second to every other Broncos quarterback other than Peyton Manning over his first 20 games. So, man, and doing that with the biggest dead cap hit in NFL history. Like, that is, guys, this is why this is the best time to become a Broncos fan. That is so cool. All right, 2nd and 10, play clock dying. And Bo Nix with I wonder if that's just to put that on film for the Eagles. So an actual option there. Bo Nix squirts out for 3, avoids the big hit. Yeah, agreed. Javonte hasn't looked horrible. That Dallas game last night, I don't know if you guys watched it. That was crazy. Another game, I went to bed at halftime, filmed it, or like DVR'd it on YouTube TV and watched this morning. Wow. It's always a good time to be a Broncos fan. I'm with you. Past 10 years were a little iffy, but that's just what makes this even better. Bo Nix pressed. Oh, man. Had Evan Ingram deep, but just yeeted it and got rid of it. Rolling left. So 4th and 8, Broncos are going to have to start opening drive of the second half with a punt. I mean, the thing with Browning, like, I know last week he didn't look great. But that is Browning led a game-winning score against the Jaguars to win that game. And then we see the Jaguars beat the 49ers last week. So every week in the NFL, like, this isn't a pushover. They still think they have a chance at the playoffs, starting how they did with how the Ravens look and knowing that you got Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers. Yeah, I have a hard time hating on Javonte because I always loved him too. But yeah, I was so high on Javonte before that injury, and it just never seemed like he got back to that level. So Yeah. Browns beat the Packers. Giants beat the Chargers. Anything is possible. Yeah, that Chargers game, to have a rookie Jackson Dart in his first start ever against Harbaugh, I just thought there was not a chance in the world. And then when you see Neighbors get hurt super early in that game, you're not only talking about just like a rookie, but then you take out one of the best wide receivers in football, and some dinged up defensive players too for the Giants. Like, that was great for us. We talked about that in our video yesterday. Like, that was awesome. Yeah, I think Javonte is a way better fit for the type of offensive line that Cowboys want, right? Yep. Everyone out here is playing for some reason, and I did a video over the weekend with Zim Hude. He's super cool Bengals creator. And he was telling me, like, off camera, like, they honestly think they still could get to 10 wins this year just because of what they've seen from Browning. And he's just saying, like, this coach, Zach Taylor, will probably get fired if they miss the playoffs again. To have Joe Burrow and then just not be able to make anything work, even though you're paying Jamar, paying T. So you got a coach coaching for his job here. You got a bunch of guys who are playing for their next contract. Trey Hendrickson's playing for his contract. These are definitely pros out here. I did a chomps and I pounded some water because my voice hurts. I used to I used to weigh like 262 pounds and was a big boy. And one of the things that I've done that like helps me stay svelte, even when I can't work out as much as I like to with 4 kids, I do intermittent fasting. So I usually only eat one meal every day, usually between 2 and 6. And then I don't have to like watch what I eat. I can eat whatever the kids are eating. So I usually don't eat this late, but I also usually am in bed 2 hours ago. So I'm getting hungry. Oh, thanks, man. God bless your warrior wife and your entire family. Go Broncos. I love it. Yeah. And I know I've heard, I mean, my brother's my kid's pediatrician here in town, and he's talked to me about how like he has some patients who intermittent fasting works really well for, and then others who it doesn't. But yeah, if you're struggling to lose weight, it's a very cost effective, just only eating a shortened window, and sometimes just doing when I first started, I would do like noon till 6, and then it does take your body a couple days to get used to it, but now I don't get hungry till 2:00 in the afternoon, so it's been really helpful. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2, back to football, away from fasting. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2. He's in the shotgun. Oh, is this like a NASCAR package? Oh, wow. And you got 4 dudes meet him back there. My goodness, just blasted him. Guys, they're not going to score again. Like unless something freaky happens, they are not going to score again. Okay, that's Stranad. I thought that was Cooper there. Okay, so Singleton hits him. Jonathan Cooper knocks it down. And this is the kind of thing that is just helps Riley Moss a ton. Just bring that all the time. Like, yeah. With the price of abs, I mean, that's the other part is like I don't have to worry about packing a lunch for work, and for sure. Yeah, I've heard this too. Something about ghrelin. Yeah, ghrelin's like the hunger. Oh, guys, when I just said something weird could happen, Marvin Mims kind of bobbles it, and the guy just snatches it out of his hand, but I think he fair caught it, so that should be our ball. He caught the ball, and you shouldn't be able to touch him. Yeah, you can't touch him. Okay. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Ooh, well, okay, so one thing, All right, so that's not going to count. But one thing we know, Marvin Mims had the fumbled punt already this year, even though he never fumbles it. And when we were at training camp, I couldn't believe like they do some different drills where like Marvin Mims would catch full punts that are going like 80 yards in the air with one hand. His special teams coach would do things where he holds him backwards and doesn't let him turn around until the ball is like already almost there and he's still catching it. So I just hope that you want to see Marvin Mims stay confident with this catch and not have bobbled kicks become a thing. But it didn't. We're good. Broncos ball. But I just said like the only way they're scoring on us is if something super freaky in special teams happens, and it almost just happened. Thankfully, it didn't. All right. All right. Question here to all y'all. Let's pull up the Broncos schedule over the next in the month of October. And let's look at it. And I want to hear from all y'all. What is the Broncos record at the end of October? All right. Boom. Here's what we got. Okay. So we go to the Eagles next week, 11 a.m. Mountain Time start. Then we fly to London. One thing I have not heard, but I had originally heard and then have not heard, was that the Broncos were going to do the flight straight from Philly and like stay on the East Coast again, like they did last year, and then fly to London from there. That would save them about 4 hours on the flight, but I've like texted a bunch of people like, and have not heard that confirmed. I think that would be a sweet move. Have not heard that confirmed. So we go Eagles, then to London. I mean, you're playing a rookie head coach in Aaron Glenn, a quarterback we've already taken care of in Justin Fields, but London, you kind of throw everything out. Then we're the first team in NFL history who are going to fly straight back from London and not take the bye week because Sean Payton wants the bye week later. And then we have Jackson Dart and the Giants here at home. And then immediately after that, we have the Cowboys at home. So what is our record in the next 1, 2, 3, 4? So we're 2-2 right now. Are we 6-2? Are we 5-3? Are we 4-4? I think like that's obviously the worst case I see happening is a loss to the Eagles and then the Cowboys. But what do you think the Broncos schedule or record is at the end of October? Let me know in the comments. What's the Broncos record at the end of October? 5-3, lost to the Eagles. I'm guessing 5-3, 6-2. Dude, I just got a weird feeling that Sean Payton is going to be 6-2, and we're going to be in first place in the division. 5-3, 5-3, 6-2, 5-3. Yeah, I don't think we're losing the Cow. We played the Cowboys so tight. 5-3, a loss. Yeah, I think I just wish we did not have the Eagles. I wish they would flex that game to 4:00 because if RJ gets gain of 9, or is that Dobbins? Yeah, it's Dobbins. Yeah, looked like RJ at first. It's interesting because Tampa Bay plays the 49ers next week, and because of a hurricane, I think they just flex that game to the 4:00. So I guess we can pray for a hurricane or something. I don't know. And somehow that games gets flexed. I still think we're ending the season. I think 11 wins is still what our target is, guys. Yeah, 4-4. Yeah, I think that's our worst case scenario. And then you're with the way the AFC, and then Dobbins gets this first down here. With the way the AFC is looking, with the Ravens at 1-3, with the Texans at 1-3, they have each other next week. Both of those were playoff teams last year. I think I think 9 wins gets you into the playoffs this year. So 4-4 at the break, you're still very much in pulling position. But yeah, I think I think if we want to be in the mix for the division still, 4-2. Herbert did not look good against the Giants. I totally agree. The thing with that also is that like Alt is going to miss a couple games, and there's another defensive hold here. Sutton was just getting manhandled. Oh, they're saying it's against us. And they're calling Pat Bryant for being lined up in the neutral zone. Huh. Well, an incomplete pass anyway, so let's see if they'll... Okay, so 1st and 15 here. All right. Let's go. Yeah, he is a little. All right, Pat, come on. Rookie mistake. Looks like they did indeed decline it. 2nd and 10. Shows, yeah, they respect. Don't want us having any more downs than we have to. Ooh, I like this look here. We got RJ and JK back in the backfield. And, it gets... Guys, that is a lethal personnel package. Because when you have Dobbins and RJ both back there, they're not linebackers who are fast enough to get both of them. I love that formation. I do not recall, and when I was watching that Colts game, I was not in a position I could watch like this. I don't recall seeing that that package like that. That was really nice. And then Bo Nix hit RJ for a nice gain of 10. Yeah, and I totally agree. The rookie getting a nice gain on that. He could have settled with a gain of 6 or 7, and he gets the first. And now JK, guys, the patience is unreal because every time I don't think there's a good hole, and every time he gets it a gain of 3 or 4. Man, another flag here. Calling a blindside block on Alex Palchevsky there. So yeah, that was one of our like heavy sets there where you have multiple offensive linemen, and looking here, bro, that is weak unless that is a bogus call. Forcible contact with the shoulder towards the goal line is a blindside block like that. Yeah, and you're even hearing Troy Aikman say, "I'm keeping my mouth shut," because like if that's truly the call. So now Broncos are 1st and 25 here, and nice little catch by J.K. Dobbins for gain of 4. But yeah, Broncos 1st and 25, not where you want to be. Yeah, I don't want to jinx us, but yeah, the Broncos injuries, aside from Dre Greenlaw, you got to just be over the moon excited about how healthy the Broncos are to get out of that game last week. One of the most physical games you could have against a division rival. We saw like Mekhi Becton just missed this week from a concussion he got in that game. Like, yeah, the Broncos, and it's not an accident. It's not a fluke. It is by design. Ooh, Evan Ingram. Nice. That is that tight end screen that we saw. Another flag. Please tell me this is on the defense. This is crazy. This is crazy. Is this the 5th penalty of this drive? So Luke Wattenberg got downfield early. So we're seeing this is the several penalties for Luke Wattenberg. So, I mean, this is going to be so because of that 3rd and 14, dude, if the Broncos still convert this is going to be crazy. Go, Mims, go. Oof. Mims made a couple miss, but they definitely so 4th down, Broncos are going to have to punt, but Man. All right. Well, that drive definitely stalled out by some penalties, but Broncos showed a lot of resilience there because there's a lot of Broncos teams that would have not got as many yards out of there as they did. So seeing our Aussie punter here at altitude, just a boom, man. Put a little more backspin on it. Bounces into the end zone. It's going to be a Cincinnati touchback. They'll take the ball here at the 20-yard line. Seeing Red Rocks looking sick at night. My goodness, Colorado's so pretty. Wow. Only, even though I born and raised in Colorado, only been to one Red Rock show my whole life. One of our last years in Colorado, we went and saw Lauren Daigle at Red Rocks. Super cool concert. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, to hear all, I think one of the biggest questions going into the season was how will this rookie punter look? And I've been just thrilled to death with how he's looked. And you've heard some bad reports about him during training camp, and you heard a lot of Broncos outlets saying we needed to bring in another punter because he was shanking it all the time, and we haven't seen a single shank during the actual season. So fantastic. And that's when trusting, it's always a balance of like, do you trust what the coaches say or do you trust the media outlets who are there every day? And to me, when you hear Darren Rizzi say he's not seen a special teams player with the ceiling of Crenshaw, I just got to believe it, man. Yeah, I think the blindside block was super ticky-tack. The Wattenberg downfield one was not ideal. This is my working theory, is when I was growing up, I never remembered referees being jacked. And now they all just have these massive ripped arms, and they do testosterone and probably other things and want some screen time. Like, you don't do all those curls just to not show up on the camera when it's 4K on ESPN. It's your time, man. Yeah, there's a couple bad ones. Ooh, so is that what the number is? We've got 22 penalties in this game, and we're still mollywopping them. Good point. Ed Hockley was jacked. I agree. He was the first jacked ref. He started an era. Yes, it is roid flag rage. That's what it's called. It's a new thing. We just cracked the code. All of us did. Roid flag rage. All right. Man, 4 first downs on their opening drive, 2 first downs since then. So guess Riley Moss is good, you guys. Has time, and he gets one. This is on Jaquan, though, and it's their tight end, Yosevash. Nice gain. Probably a gain of 20-ish. And I know, like, Vance can't bring the house every time, but did he even have any of our... I also know, like, you kind of want... We got a short week here. So you got Dondre Tillman and Jonah Ellis out there. You don't have Cooper and Benito like you would if this was... Someone asked, like, would this game be different if it was Joe Burrow? Yeah, you'd probably need to keep your best pass rushers in every down. And now it's like, this would be great to hold them to 3. But at the same time, like, none of us are afraid we're not going to win this game now. So having these guys have as fresh a legs as you can have in just a couple of days on a early start is probably smart. I got to give a massive shout out to the best nephew in the world, Everett, my sister-in-law in the house. Not my sister-in-law, Hannah. I don't know. I was thinking my brother-in-law name. Okay. Hey, Everett, why are you awake still? I'm glad you're here, man. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. They are past midfield, first time since that opening drive. And got another play action. And man, all of our backup pass rushers still in the backfield and a hold. Ooh, Savion Jones. Get it, Rook. First meaningful snaps from that is huge. Man, if he can be, I know we just paid all those guys, but I think one of the reasons we did not pay John Franklin Myers yet, which I love, and I want everyone to get their money, but this team is super high on him out of LSU, and you're just hearing that he might be the steal of the draft, and he might be your John Franklin Myers insurance right there. All right, thank you for so that graphic couldn't have been right. I feel like we had that. It just showed a graphic of the penalties, and I feel like we've had that many penalties last drive. Oh, we bring in the heat, Nick Bonito, and that's what happens when you put your star pass rushers back in there. Oh, and he does a celebration that unfortunately I know from coaching my son's flag football team. Do you guys know this new thing? I guess it's not new, but it's 6'7". I don't know what it means, but it's all I ever hear. And Nick Bonito just did 6'7", 6'7". That's pretty sick. Man, and you could have seen Zach Allen get that. You could have had Jonah Ellis get that. So now they're super backed up. 2nd and 27. 2nd and forever, as Joe Buck says. You know who I haven't seen like a ton out of is Talanoa Hufanga, which you don't want your safety leading your team in tackles. So I think it's probably good. But he's been a huge addition to this team. Bonito, 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 bonito. That was, yes. 6'7". All right, 3rd and 17. Pin your ears back. I want to see a NASCAR package. Show me Jonah Ellis, Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper, and Dondre Tillman out there right now. That would be sick. Okay, so who do we got? We got Ellis, no Cooper. So we got Franklin Myers, Bonito, Jonah Ellis. Let's see what happens. And oh my goodness, no time. And like that was not our. So if you're just watching the stream, throws it away. 4th and 17. We're getting the ball back. We're gonna go punt. But that is not because of pass rush being a phenomenal. That is because our defense coverage was great. Great defense there. And great coverage all over. And after getting off to a hot start, yes, that's what made me think of this NASCAR package. You remember when we had DeMarcus Ware, Shane Ray, Von Miller, Shaq Barrett, unstoppable. I think Tom Brady still has bad dreams about it. It ended Cam Newton's career. Yes, let's see that. Maybe we're saving it for next week. So we're playing a player there, obviously, in Jalen Hurts, who didn't complete a pass in the second half. You're not going to get away with that against us next week. Man. NASCAR. Sertan is disgusting. Hey, my man, thank you for popping by. We'll catch you. If the Broncos are undefeated when I live stream, I think it's got to be a thing. So we will catch you next week for the Eagles Broncos. Be there. Let's keep this thing going though. Man, yes. This looks night and day different from that Christmas Eve game last year. Gosh, that was, you know what's weird? Even though the Broncos lost that game last year in Cincinnati, that was when I 1,000% knew Bo Nix was a franchise quarterback. So I still was hyped for that game because I don't know. I know we lost it. I know it was a heartbreaker in overtime, but I just knew we had our franchise quarterback, and we've been on this quarterback carousel for a decade, and it feels so good to be off of it. And to have a guy who Sean Payton says in a couple of years is going to be a top 5 in the league. And when has Sean Payton steered us wrong. Like when he said something, it happens. And so we can believe him here too. Yeah, I think the national narrative for sure, Tom, is going to flip if we go into Philadelphia and do what we know we can do when we play our A game. This will be as close to a full Broncos like performing both offensively and defensively well that we've had this season. Are the Broncos going to win the rest of their games? No. I mean, we're not going to be 15-2. That Commanders game end of the year could be tough. Raiders around Christmas or Chiefs around Christmas could be tough. But I think we're going to win 11 games still. And we beat the Eagles. I think we're 12 or 13 win team. All right, JK time, baby. But at the same time, do you care more about J.K. Dobbins getting 100 yards this game, or do you want him healthy in November? Seeing Jamar Chase frustrated out there going and talking to the coach. Man. Yeah, so you just see people still. Yeah, I would love to see some Nix Ingram chemistry this game for sure. 6 targets for Jamar Chase, 4 receptions. Broncos pinned real deep here. Play action. Nice catch to. Oh, is he okay? Okay, Adkins. Nice. Remember how much Sean loves Nate Adkins. A lot of people are thinking he might be our fullback, but having him in, we put Lucas Kroll on the healthy scratch list. So obviously Nate Adkins bumping him out. Yeah, I'd rather have him healthy in November too. So, and I guess I want both also, but let's just trust Sean to slow roll this if he needs to. One of the sneaky things. Ooh. Oh, wow. I wonder if that was an intentionally high snap. That was pretty. You fake the handoff and then throw the beautiful screen to Troy. Wow, that was nice. So you got a throwing into the blitz on a screen. That's an RPO. Wow. And this is where Bo is a supercomputer. He's the Bobot. And he's going to figure this thing out. And he didn't throw his first touchdown until week 4 last year. And then he was the 6th most in football. He figures it out. And when he does, good luck stopping him. Dobbins a little dancy. Showed the patience, did not end up finding the hole. It's like one of the first runs for nothing that I can remember tonight. So almost this game's flying, guys. The Bobot. So Broncos 389 yards of offense to 141. Yeah, y'all smash that like button. All right, here we go. Bo, Nix. Ooh, I have to use a timeout. Well, play clock was expiring there. We use a timeout here for 2nd and 10. We will definitely keep this going, guys. I'll just have to. I'm usually a very clean. I don't like swearing, especially in front of my kids. But man, I have a hard time when the Broncos lose not swearing, so I will try to keep it PG. Well, if I got the mod father keeping the bots at bay, I can show up. Jason, let's give it up for Jason, y'all. Keeping the bots at bay. I don't think there's been a ton tonight. Usually, like everyone hops on with like free NFL streams here. All right, here we go. And Bo Nix hits our. Oh, that juke step is Guys, that is so nice for RJ. Let's look at what are Bo Nix's stats right now, because he is playing a heck of a game. The only thing that bums me out is I wanted him to have multiple touchdowns. So he is 25 of 37 for 287 yards and a touchdown, 88.5 quarterback rating. And then we got 54 yards rushing. I can share this with it, so I'm not just talking to myself. So here's some stats to take a look at here. So 113 yards running. So 22 rushing attempts to 37 passing attempts. Like to see that a little more balanced. I think it will be by the end, but I think Sean's been taking what they're giving him. Man, just seeing 5 targets for T. Higgins with only 2 catches. I know we want a dog on Riley Moss, but guys, that's about as good as you can expect. He's a fantastic receiver. I'm been seeing here, we got Court could hit 100 yards receiving this game. Let's give Pat Bryant a target. What do you think? Evan Ingram, 6 targets, 3 catches. Not loving that. 9-yard long. That one screen wiped off with a obviously that penalty, and then obviously seeing that one play where Bo probably fed him when he didn't need to, and he didn't get 2 feet in bounds. But yeah, overall, I like how Sean's calling this game. Love just seeing in general that Broncos offense rolling and our defense rolling at the same time. I can't help but think our offense rolled and Bo Nix looked fantastic against the Colts, and our defense didn't know how to stop Daniel Jones. And then our defense showed up against the Chargers and our offense didn't. So, all right, Bo, get me one more. That's what I want. Yeah, okay. Raymond, you'll swear for me if I go again. Let's go. I like that average. 116 watches, 96 likes. Let's go. That's good. Yeah, that's Harvey keeping his feet is sweet. Yeah, showing the Broncos' new stadium location. Burnham Yards. That'll be sick. Man, pyrotechnics going off there. So cool. Ooh, Bo needs an Omaha catchphrase. I like it. I feel like he says kill a lot, but obviously that's not a catchphrase. But what if he just, ooh, man, RJ just fights through an arm tackle. Another flag. What's another holding call on our center? That's got to be number 5 on him. It reminds me of early on in Garrett Bowles' career where it just felt like we were always waiting for holding number 72. You got Zach Strief, one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. He'll get him squared up. I'm pumped. Sharon, I think a new stadium's awesome. And I just, like the ownership group did with new uniforms, I think whatever they do, they're going to do better than anyone else. And I think it'll be super cool. Another penalty on our center. A snap infraction. Ooh, Bo at the line should be like, Bo leave. I like it. He'd get killed for that, but it'd be cool. Trying to refresh here and see how many penalties. First and 24, and Bo Nix. Oh my goodness. Oh, Troy Franklin. Bo Nix does not overthrow, and Franklin did not come up with it. Oh, that was there, guys. That was there. I mean, we did have a center controversy or competition for a while between Alex Forsyth and Luke Wattenberg. Oh, Troy, you could have caught that. And Bo, you kind of jumped into that again too. Like, he could have caught that. That was not on Bo. Good question. I mean, from what it sounds like, Wattenberg is the better run blocker and Forsyth is the better pass blocker. And so they're going with Wattenberg. That kind of stings. Vele would have caught that. Agreed. I also think you remember last year, Troy Franklin missed a bunch. He has not done that this year. So, but yeah, Bo was moving up there. Yeah, Evan Ingram, nice catch there. So yeah, Bo Nix's numbers are good, and they would be even better without drops. So he's had 4 passes dropped, so his rating's great right now. His rating would be way better without those 4 drops, obviously, but Broncos going to punt it back here. Just kind of elongates it, but Bo's kind of, Bo and Troy are buds. Like they're Oregon buds. Thing you love about Bo Nix too is like he's going to keep coming back to everybody. There have been several weeks throughout his career where he's targeted more receivers than any other quarterback, and on a year-to-year average, he averages the most targets per game. He's like Nikola Jokic, guys. He just finds whoever's open and spreads it around. Wattenberg killed that drive. You could say that about multiple drives. Multiple penalties in that drive, multiple penalties in the last drive we punted at. All right, I really want to wear this, so get me a pick here. Give me a Riley Moss pick right now. Man. Yeah. No other way to say that, man. At some point, like what you allow to happen is on you for sure. And I think, Sean Payton needs to get this cleaned up, because as good as this has been, and it's going to be it'll be one of the biggest wins of the week. That's not going to beat the Eagles. So I do kind of like the idea of going in knowing we still haven't put our best product out there next week against the Eagles, because it's going to take our best next week to beat them. So, thanks for popping by, Dispensational Deceptions. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, dude, I saw that today too. Nikola Jokic, like how lucky did we get to watch him play basketball in Denver? Like who would have guessed that you'd have the best player in the world living in Denver and say he wants to play in Denver the rest of his life? It's so cool. Yeah, we definitely should be up 35-3 here. I agree. All right, we got Cooper and Benito out here. I think Vance wants to put him out of their misery here. You did see Jamar Chase mad and dump off here to the running back who gets a first down. Looks like we kind of played soft coverage on there. Yeah, y'all. If you like talking Broncos, YouTube's crazy. Like there's certain people who only watch live YouTube, certain people who only watch pre-records. But if you want daily Broncos content, I do pre-recorded videos every day. So hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you, Sharon. Let's get a pick six. Let me get this necklace on. I want it. Or a sack too. Like I want us to break last year's sack record. And Jamar Chase is like, give me the ball. And he gets him the ball and he misses it. Kind of crazy, dude. That was Singleton in coverage too. All right, here we go. Man, 79 yards total after that first drive. Kind of reminds me of the Broncos defense's preseason, that like opening scripted drives. Remember the San Francisco 49ers scored on us opening drive with Mac Jones. We didn't let up another touchdown. Oh, Franklin Myers, if he can do that, pay him. That was crazy. Sack, his second of the year. That was nice. To get an interior pass rush like that, and he's got to do it because you look at, let's see here, Zach Allen's getting triple teamed. And so John Franklin-Meyer, you got to get back, and he does. But like, you know, one of the things that I love hearing Derek Wolfe talk about him and Von Miller. Von Miller talks about he wouldn't have been the Super Bowl MVP without Derek Wolfe, because Derek Wolfe was constantly getting double teamed and it freed him up. And that's what Zach Allen is doing. So I know we haven't seen Zach Allen become Sack Allen yet this year, but literally he had 3 guys blocking him, which let everyone else have a one-on-one. So that's the type of workman mentality that you're like, you're not in the stat sheet, but that was a Zach Allen sack as much as a John Franklin-Meyer stat. And that's why you pay him, because he doesn't care about stats. He cares about winning. So 4th and 16, punting us back. All right. Hey, give me. Ooh, we almost blocked it. Don't bobble it, Mims. Okay. Bouncing ball. Mims gets it. Gets tackled by the hip. Hopefully not the injured hip. TD time. Let's go. All right. TV timeout. Check out if anything's cool on any advanced analytics. Broncos defense is holding them to be 2 for 10 from third down. 147 net yards of offense and 3 points. Like that is a shutout. Like that is, I know we throw no fly zone around a lot, but man, that's about as close to the no fly zone as you can remember. Here's the Troy Franklin drop. And I mean, this guy is covering up his view a little bit, but got to catch that. And he will. It's super early. Yeah, you give us this. You give us that RJ Harvey catch in the seam. You give us half of these penalties, and this is 35-3. And it's still the biggest win of the week, right? Who won bigger than this week if we go to the NFL scoreboard? I mean, I guess Houston beating the Texans is bigger, but might not be. So other than Houston beating a first-round rookie, did that Miami game end? Who won that game, Miami or the Jets? Is it still going? Oh, yeah. Dolphins end up beating the Jets 27-21. So now the Jets are winless. I mean, hopefully we play them. They're still winless. How many Wattenberg penalties this drive? He's going to have a perfectly clean drive. And definitely the Chargers did not win. You would have thought the Chargers playing against a rookie quarterback without his best wide receiver, that would have been the biggest win of the week. When a lot of people like sketched out their prediction for the year, they had the Broncos at 2-2. They had us losing to the Chargers and losing to the Bengals. So this is, I mean, we're 2-2. We see how good those last two losses were. Obviously, there's no such thing as a moral victory, but all right, we're running the rock. No flag. Dobbins, great patience. Move the chains, first down. Yeah, I wouldn't say Franklin's hands are the best part of him as a wide receiver. That's what they say about Pat Bryant, that like anything in his vicinity is a catch. It's Troy Franklin's like his pure speed. When we were in Denver for training camp, we went to DNVR one day, did a film breakdown with Benny Fowler, and he just talked about Troy Franklin as an athlete is ridiculous. Scatterboo looked good for the Giants. Oh my goodness. Another run that seemed like there's nothing there, and J.K. Dobbins gets 6 out of it. It's unreal, you guys. Does anyone else just like get blown away by it because we're so used to Javonte running into the back of that line before it opened? And when you hear Mark Schlereth talk about it, like there are certain offensive lines that are like, you go in, the hole is there and you go immediately. And there's certain ones that it takes a beat and you got to be patient and you can't coach that into a player. 2nd and 4, 3 handoffs in a row. Oh man, I thought JK had that. Got shoestring tackle there. So we're going to go 3rd and 2 here. No, that the Chargers are not going to sweep us this year. They'll probably have like 5 more dudes on IR. The Chargers will charger. Like I said in my video yesterday, they just chargered about 3 weeks before I thought they would. Interesting thing with the Chargers is I think that's our last game of the season at home. And that could be for the AFC West right there. Or one of us could have already clinched it and be arresting people. So who knows? 3rd and 1 in shotgun. Bo Nix rolls right. And he's got Mims, sure-handed Mims. First down, Denver Broncos. So you kind of look at the Broncos interception right before halftime that Bo Nix had. You kind of see like what Bo likes to do when he needs it is roll him right and knowing he can run it, or he's comfortable throwing to his right. That's exactly what that was on 3rd and 1. So Marvin Mims has almost 70 yards receiving, 16 yards running. He's got 85 total yards. This is great. Interesting, those tosses and pitches have not worked for us yet. So a pitch there to Dobbins, one of his worst runs of the night, still got 1 or 2. Yeah, Cincinnati is already looking dejected, which, yeah, how could you not be? Like, how we wouldn't feel great about the season if Bo was out, but I think our defense is way better than Cincy's D. 2nd and 9. I formation. JK driving. Oh my goodness. It looked like he was going to be 4 yards short. He just keeps churning and churning and churning. And you see their coach furious with the effort. My goodness. So J.K. Dobbins, guys, he could be it. This could be the first Denver Broncos since Latavius Murray to get 100 yards in a game. I want it now. 85 yards. So he needs 15 more. And at this pace, he could get it in one run. Guys, this would be crazy if we did this together. You know, Sean knows that too. That pitch again, which just hasn't worked. And I say that, and the Denver Broncos, how many is it? 14 or is it 15? Was it 14 or 15? And there it is, boys and girls. The Denver Broncos have the first 100-yard rusher in 38 games, and we did it together. Sean Payton has been a streak breaker, guys. He really has. Like, get him out of there now. Like, go sit, Go in an ice bath immediately. You don't even need to stay in the sidelines. We need you for Philadelphia. Go sit, please. Don't even come back in. That's amazing. But we look here that it was like the Broncos hadn't beat the Chiefs in my son's lifetime. Sean Payton doesn't. The Broncos hadn't won in Buffalo since like the Elway Broncos. Sean Payton did it. Broncos hadn't made the playoffs. Sean Payton did it. We hadn't had a winning season. Sean Payton didn't. We hadn't had a 100-yard rusher. Sean Payton didn't. We hadn't drafted a rookie quarterback. Sean Payton did it. Like this. Hey, massive shot. You did call that when we weren't running. Like you totally called that, Sharon. Props. That's huge. That's crazy. Yeah, you called that 3 hours ago. 2.5. Wow. I'm surprised because, we weren't getting a ton of run. And what's interesting, when I was talking to Zim on the pregame, he had said the thing he wasn't worried about was stopping the run. Wow. It's kind of crazy, too, that JK probably could have had that last week. So what are his splits for the night? He ends up with 101 yards rushing. Hey, do you guys remember Philip Lindsay did something where he had a record, then lost yards on another play, and then he got it back? But please don't put him in again. This is over. He's injury prone. Do not put him in again. Ooh, Bo Nix throws out of the blitz. Touchdown, Denver Broncos. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was get out. Sophomore slump. Bo Nix is not good. Worst rated quarterback on PFF. He's garbage. You guys. Oh. And Bo Nix sees the blitz coming and throws it exactly where it needs to be. RJ Harvey touchdown. Wow. Throws out of the blitz. And that would have been a touchdown from 50 yards out. Sharon, I feel bad for how much you had to pay us tonight. Let's go. I appreciate it, though. That's amazing. Wow. 28-3. Wow. Oh, and we said coming in, Bo Nix has never, ever lost 3 games in a row in his career. He wasn't going to start tonight. Let's go, Bulwark. My man, thank you so much. Truly appreciate it all, guys. So much fun doing this together. The thing with lives is it kind of like heightens the high to do this with friends, but it also makes the losses more crushing. So I was actually talking to one of my friends who I do an AFC West show with. I won't name him, but y'all know it's Graf. And I was watching his stream last night when the Raiders lost, and I truly felt bad for him because I remember what that feels like. Like I did a live stream with y'all during that Buffalo playoff game, and it just makes it so much harder. But it's worth it, you know. We're doing this. We're doing this again next week at 11 o'clock. We're doing it, and the Broncos are going to win again because we're undefeated when we watch together. So let's keep it up. Yeah, I know. I feel bad. Put Stidham in so Sharon doesn't have to pay us anymore, guys. Just put her in. Put him in. Oh my goodness. Well, all right, I guess. I feel bad for you, especially Raiders week. You better not go shopping for groceries that week if you're super chatting every touchdown. Let's look ahead here. Broncos schedule again. What other than the Eagles next week? What game on our schedule scares you the most coming up other than that game? Like just the rest of the season. So, looking here, we got pull it up here and I'll do it this way. All right. So on the road, Eagles, On the road Texans, that was a game that scared me a ton going into the season. I think the Broncos are going to break an NFL record sacking CJ Stroud. That offensive line is horrible. And they won yesterday against the Texans, but other than they look horrible. So that's a game that I maybe had as like a borderline win, and now I think it's a definitive win. Chiefs at home on Christmas. Oh, that's either going to be the best Christmas gift ever or just doubly hard, because I'm gonna have to I guess it's nice that it's at night and it's not gonna ruin my kids' Christmas because it's like they'll almost be in bed by then. This Commanders game, if Jaden's healthy, but which game remaining on our schedule scares you the most? Yeah, at Houston, for sure. Oh, I forgot about the Packers. Yeah. Packers at home, Micah. That offense is good. That defense is good. Do intermittent fasting the week of that. That's good. All right, they're backed up. Dude, TV in my man cave actually super small. But I typically only watch in here when I stream, so I feel bad buying a big TV for just that. But if I had a big TV, maybe my son and I would watch other football in here. My whole family, really, but maybe that'll be my next. Maybe that's what I'll do with all the super chats is just deck out this man cave. All right, so my big goal here, the rest engage 8 blitz. That's what I do in Madden at this point for sure. Just bring the house. My true goal for the rest of this game is do not get anyone hurt. So just get out of here. I mean, we're now talking a 4th game in a row. No one carded off. This is great. So don't get anyone hurt. All right, 2nd and 10. Quick screen to, oh my goodness, guys. Talanoa Hufanga eats up the block and still helps with the tackle. Wow. I just said a couple of drives ago I hadn't heard from him, but that's because they're going 3 and out so much. Wow. 3rd and 9. Clock just ticks. Yep. Great call. Go Hufanga. Oh my goodness. You did call 28-9. That's crazy. Let's go 35-3. And short of the sticks, they're punting back. Man, all the yeah. Yeah, guys, the scary thing about this defense is one of our best defensive linemen against the run, Malcolm Roach, is coming back next week, and Dre Greenlaw is coming back week 7. This defense is going to get us deep in the playoffs. Yeah, you're hearing right now the announcers talk about that. Wow. Is it Stidham time? Yeah, you know what? I think because of Sean Payton wanting to be right about everything, I think he wants Bo to score one more time. I don't. Sharon doesn't. I don't want him to score. I want put in Stidham, put in Beatty. Let's call the dogs off. Oh, that's cool, man. Super fun. Still Bo still out there? Okay, it's still Nick's. Oh man. All right. And it's Harvey. Good. I mean, this is when you see things get super chippy sometimes. So we'll have one more play before the 2-minute warning. Oh, guys, I'm riding sky high. True, I came into this because it's 11 my time. How am I gonna have energy to do? And now I'm don't feel like I'm gonna be able to go to bed till 3. I'm feeling fired up about this team because it's what we've said here, and like Broncos fans who haven't jumped off the bandwagon, we were mad about those losses, but we weren't discouraged. We knew this team was good. First down, RJ Harvey. Oh, I want RJ Harvey. I would consider this a straight up molly whop. This is a molly whopping. Good for you calling out. I would call in for work, but I know my boss sometimes watches my channel. He's a Lions fan. We tried to tell him, yep, don't jump off. So if I call in sick, he'll know I'm not. I was sick this weekend, but I'm not sick now. You know who's sick? Zach Taylor, that he's going to miss the playoffs again with Joe Burrow. Yeah, Jay's. I don't remember. Jay, where do you live? Guys, how wild would it be if the Broncos didn't just have one? It's not really possible. But if we didn't just have 100-yard rusher, but we had two, oh, stop going out of bounds. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool. We went to Smoky Mountains this year for spring break. Super pretty, man. I didn't know Tennessee, like they're not Colorado mountains, but Tennessee's like very nice. Yeah, Harvey, if he ran all the way to the end zone, he could get 100 yards, but that would be so crazy. All right, 2-minute warning. You're still scared about us winning the game? Or you're still scared about this team? I hope you're not scared about us winning the game. But yeah, this is exactly where you want. Yeah, they've been, it's crazy to me to see as Pat Surtain starts his own YouTube channel now. These players are very online and they see what people say about them. And so many Broncos accounts have been just saying, oh, same old, same old. This team's cooked. It's over. It's not over, you guys. Absolutely the best in the biz. Jason, my man. Yes, Surtain started a YouTube channel podcast. What's it called? It's with him and a guy from the Lions. Terrion Arnold. And it's called it actually was good. I watched it in clips. I'll find it. Yeah, what's it called? It's called like Closed on Sundays or something like that. Yeah, Closed on Sunday. Like he's so good at coverage. Everyone else is closed on Sundays. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, Jaleel's a healthy scratch. Because we see how Sean Payton, he's not gonna feed more than 3 running backs, and so he likes Tyler Bidet and pass pro. And so yeah, and that's a crazy. I think if Mims ever missed time and did get hurt, then you could see a world where you'd need to like him with space on the goal line. He is elite, but you see like some duplicitous skill sets there with him and Mims maybe. But oh, that's cool. Jay's joint is actually Jason. Love it. Should we try to pick a veteran inside linebacker? And there it is. Bo Nix is taking a knee. Yeah, I think because we're getting Dre Greenlaw back. I mean, yeah, we definitely got to figure it out against tight ends next week. It's a tall task next week, you guys. I still think if we play our A game, we're gonna win. But this is our first time we've put together an A game, and we still had an ungoshly amount of penalties that is just not good enough. But we just mollywopped the Cincinnati Bengals on primetime TV. Nick Wright, all of the major talking heads actually had to watch the Broncos. They actually saw Bo Nix throw the ball deep. They actually saw Sean Payton is a great and elite coach. They saw this defense is ridiculous. And your Denver Broncos are going into Philadelphia next week with all of the wind at their back. They got all of us in the house, and we are full-throated Believers, guys. And what a night it was. So massive shout out to all y'all for being here. Tons of super chats, like incredible generosity towards me and my family. Sharon coming through, Rodney coming through, Jason from Tennessee coming through, Unfit Cowboy, just blown away. Rorschach Raider coming through. So hugely appreciate that. Rodney, as you go off on your deployment, thank you for serving our country. Best of luck to you, man. We'll definitely be thinking of you, praying for you, and hoping anytime you pop on here that, just wishing great things for all of you. Broncos country, we're back at 500. The playoffs are in sight. We are going to be a very tough out come January. And it is a great time to be a Broncos fan because we got a ton to believe in. Sarah took the ball somewhere, but yeah, guys, this was an absolute blast. Such a fun night. Totally appreciate it. We'll definitely be doing videos all week. Already got a Philadelphia Eagles content creator lined up for us to go in and shock the world. But you guys are the best. Good luck again, Rodney. Thank you for all your generosity. And to the mod father, Jason Lane, thanks for coming through, big dog. And we will catch you all soon. We are out.